Guys, it is freaking Friday. TG motherfucking IF. It is another new episode of WandaVision. I see I already got 6 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much. And wait, what is this? What do I see? Okay. I see you got 10 people in the chat now. Hey, where's Bay? People are looking for Ron. Bay's about to come up now. So, as you guys know, I'm always joined by a very special guest in my safe haven. Joining me for these episodes of WandaVision. People already see, look, the hashtag's already starting. Wanda still got to go to jail, though. See, look what you started, Ron. So, yeah, joining me on this episode of another episode of WandaVision Spectacular on the Safe Haven. Let's bring down the popular, apparently, Ron from You Don't Read Comics.
I didn't know it was popular. That's cool, love.
You see what you done started?
Yeah, that's cool.
I think they're asking about you because they're like, where's Bay? So
thanks, I appreciate
it. But yeah, for those 9 people that are in this chat, if you could please hit that like button real quick. It'll help out with the YouTube algorithm. And it's not expected, but it's always appreciated if you do have a question that you want to get out to both of us. I'd appreciate if you do leave a super chat. Again, it's not expected, but it's always appreciated. That's the lifeblood of the channel. And if you're a fan of vampires, you know blood is life. So, yeah.
You're a gang member.
What? Yeah, well, we're not gonna get into that. But yeah. But anyway, so we're not gonna waste too much time because I'm excited. I'm ready to talk about this episode. So let's crack this egg open. But before we fully jump into it, give your first initial impressions.
That shit wasn't an hour, man.
That's what I said. I was like,
yo, who put that rumor out and had us all gassed?
I was hot. As soon as I started, I was like, oh shit, it's about to start. 3 o'clock happened. I pressed play. And then I pressed pause.
I woke up extra early, because I'm gonna need a whole hour to watch it. So I woke up 2 hours before I had to go to work. You know what I mean? And it's a dub.
Yeah. As soon as it started, I pressed pause real quick, and I was like, I want to see exactly how long the episode was. I was like, is it an hour on the dot? Is it 55 minutes? And that shit said 37 minutes. I posted a story on my Instagram. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I'm like, yeah, whoever posted that shit on the internet. I'm like, I feel like that's. I'm like, why the fuck you lying? Why you all? Because I'm like, that shit was all over the internet, and nobody
fact checked it or anything.
Yeah, nobody debunked it.
Yeah.
IGN, Variety, Kevin Feige didn't come out and release a statement, and the thing on the internet said, according to Kevin Feige, these last 3 episodes are going to be an hour.
Well, it probably got more people to watch just letting the rumor rock.
But Rosalind Cooper, yes, I did catch the post credits, the mid credit scene. I usually always let the credits run because a lot of people didn't know about it, and I usually always let the credits run. And then I saw it, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know there was going to be a credit scene. And so yeah, so we'll get to that. But yeah, Donna, y'all, you got to stop believing those fake leaks. Me, apparently, because
I usually, you know what? Because I wanted to believe it. Yeah,
that's usually what because I wanted to believe it, and it said, and it looked official, and it said according to Kevin Feige. So I was like, if it's not real, somebody would come out and nobody came out and said it's not true. So, but then it also could lead to the rumor because I heard some people saying that there's a surprise 10th
episode, right? I heard that
episode.
One too.
So technically, we're not in the last 3 episodes. So I'm like, again with these fucking rumors and shit, ultimately it leads you to disappoint us but I'll get to that later. We're still talking. What did you think about the episode?
It was dope. I was right about a lot of stuff.
Oh, look at you bragging.
I was right about a lot of stuff, but I won't brag. But it was a really good episode. I don't think we got a lot of the sitcom aspect this episode because there was so much real shit going on too.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you did, but you did I feel like because this was kind of like reality TV, Modern Family-ish.
So, yeah, I never watched Modern Family, but
I never watched it either.
I can feel the reality TV part. I thought a lot of people said I saw them saying it was like The Office.
Yeah, I never watched The Office either, so I can't comment on it.
Never watched The Office. I said there's a lot of white people, so I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I was like, how many black people on that show?
Like 2.5.
And I know, I think Idris Elba, Jimmy Woo, Randall Park, and John Krasinski, who I'm hoping is going to be from Mr. Fantastic, is going to be in the show.
The Office, yeah,
they were all in The Office. So hopefully they're all going to be in the MCU.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. But Idris was already in the MCU, so.
But I'm saying, like, yeah, we already got Randall Park,
yeah,
and now hopefully we get Krasinski.
I got you.
But yeah, so that was your main thoughts.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I like the backseat interviews they had, kind of like reality TV show, and yeah, I don't want to spoil anything before we spoil stuff. So
yeah, but me real quick before we and we'll get into it more. But like, I feel like the hype of the internet and then what we actually got caused me to be a little disappointed in this episode.
I don't think people should have got their hopes up, man. Like, it's a lot of stuff is just too big, you know, for the show. At least for the first couple of episodes. Like, if it was something really big, we probably want to see it to like the last episode. So, and that's not to say I didn't enjoy this episode. No, I enjoyed this episode, but I still felt myself being a little disappointed, mostly because, you know, like we mentioned before, like I thought this episode was going to be an hour, and then it wasn't. So I'm like, oh, what the hell? And then we'll get more into the. We definitely did get something really big this episode, though.
Yeah, well, no, we definitely got something big this episode. But even that, I was like, but I already knew that. So what else you got for me?
But it's not about me and you. People
yeah,
watching.
I know.
It's a big deal for them.
But it is though.
Yeah.
Like I can't worry about nobody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's jumping into the episode. Oh dang! Already, thank you so much, Rosalind, for the 1999 super chat. I appreciate it. So if any question that you ask, I mean, I'm gonna automatically acknowledge you because you just said you didn't leave a question. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, jumping into the episode, like at the very beginning, I think this was like the first time when Wanda was talking to the fake cameraman, like that she acknowledged that she created this world because she was like,
"Oh yeah, she's done with it. She's through with this shit."
But the thing that caught my attention was she said, "This is what happens when you expand the fake world we created." I was like, "Who?" She didn't say I created. She said we. I'm like, so who the fuck is we?
She could just be talking about Vision, but
we know Vision didn't have
any hand in it at all.
Based on the ending of this episode, we knew she didn't know about Agatha. So I'm like, so who? Maybe that could have just been a slip up.
Yeah.
Maybe she was talking about Vision as a married couple, but I'm like, nah. I think
like you said, acknowledging it. The title of the episode was "Breaking the Fourth Wall."
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall. And then with the title sequence, it said WandaVision, created by Wanda Maximoff.
Yeah.
So they're like really.
And then like it said Wanda everywhere. Vision popped up at the last part.
Yeah,
like she didn't want to deal with him.
Yeah, she didn't want to deal with him. which they kind of make reference to all the Vision parts.
Yeah.
But so is Dottie Mephisto? At this point, I don't think so because I'm like she barely played a role.
It's motherfucker Ralph though. Where's Ralph?
It's definitely Ralph. It's definitely Ralph. But yeah, we saw her for like 2 seconds. And yes, listen to Rosalind. 20 peeps in the chat, but I only see like 4 likes. Please get them likes up. 22 people. So give me some 22 likes. Or I mean, maybe you don't like me because you can give me a dislike, but some type of feedback. If you give me a dislike, tell me why you dislike me. And it better not be no homophobic shit because I will come after your ass. But anyway, yeah. So I think that moment is like a real revelation of like Wanda at least manipulating, because I still don't think she ultimately created this. Because like if you think about her magic, they make it very intentional to show that her magic is red.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we first saw the hex, it was blue.
And when she first started doing things within the show, she would just make them happen, you know, and the show was working with her. Like the hex was working with her.
Yeah,
when
she wasn't like
when she used her powers, this is a whole different thing.
Yeah, the first time we saw her use her powers was when she booted Monica out.
Yeah, exactly. It's two different things.
Yeah, it's two different things. But also with this episode, like you can see from the conversations that Wanda's having with it, like she's definitely snapping at this point.
She's losing it. Like you can see it from the I guess the expansion has created a toll on powers that already was there. And like you see the glitches happening throughout this episode. it's definitely a sign of her losing control.
And not even just her powers. I think she's like mentally losing it. Like even just talking to, she's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It reminded me of like Get Out. No. Or like when Thor was confronting Star-Lord, and he was like, but I'm the leader. Thor was
like, sure.
Yeah, sure. So that's what I'm like, yeah, Wanda's losing it. And Agatha, she's like, you could tell, and she's not like, even before the reveal at the end, she was like not hiding anything.
Yeah.
From the moment she entered.
Yeah, and we've been calling her Agatha forever. It was never
Agnes.
We've never really we already knew she was Agatha.
Yeah, we already knew she was Agatha. But, but in this episode, she was really like, even when she took the kids and she was like, oh, I promise I won't bite. And then she looked at the camera.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, I totally bit a kid before. And it kind of like she was playing into the sitcom, but it was like she was really like letting us know like this episode.
Yeah, it's going down.
Yeah.
Like I said, there was always like a lot of foreshadowing, like I said last episode with the intro and the naughty pants and stuff like that. Like they've always been foreshadowing her, like, you know, being the bad guy. So,
but we got another $10 super chat from Dust Daughters. Thank you so much, Dust Daughters. Always keeping it going. Was
that's
Wanda keeping Vision? Yeah, I at first I thought it was Wanda, but once we got to the end, I think it might be Agnes.
Exactly.
Or Agatha.
She sent them away last episode.
Yes. She sent him to the barrier. So she clearly wants him out the picture for some reason. To, I guess, do whatever she's gonna do.
As I predicted.
Yeah. Fuck you. Because I was thinking about that too. I was like, you ended up winning me over when that happened. But jumping to the end real quick, when they showed what the song, that song was kind of, I was like, I could rock to that song. She's Agatha's behind it all, or whatever they was like. And then when they show her like pretending with Vision, I was like, fucking Ron. But I was like, and then when she was like, which I knew she did, and then she was like, and I killed Sparky too.
That was obvious.
Yeah, I knew she did, because I'm like, when the bushes was shaking, I was like, she's probably choking that dog.
I saw like the Wizard of Oz meme saying, "I'll get your little dog too." After that episode, people were really into it.
But I'm like, that song's gonna be in my head. Or like, it was Agatha all along. Even my brother who called me was like, even like, despite not really liking the show that much until like maybe like episode 5, even he called me. It was like, I like that last song. That was he's like, I was laughing at that part, even though I knew it was her. I was still laughing. But yeah, I think at this point, just to answer your question, like, yeah, I think it might be Agnes manipulating people. Then at the same time, I found it a little bit weird, because I'm like, both of them knew that this world is fake. Why are they acknowledging the red lights? Like, why don't they just go past the red lights? I thought that was a little bit weird. But even with that, like, since we're talking about it, I still need answers to these questions. Like, how does Darcy, Monica, Jimmy Woo, and all, like, how do they know all this information? Like,
yeah, it seems like they have way too much information about the final fight and Endgame. Like,
way too much information, because
even with the Google Maps, like, you saw every scene.
Yeah,
because even Infinity War, actually, because she mentioned how Vision died, came back to life, and
it was only Wanda and Thanos there. Thanos, and Vision, because Thanos took everybody else out.
Exactly.
So. And Wanda
was like in the brush, in the trees.
Yeah,
I know you got Google Maps, but
Wanda got blipped away. So it's not like she could have debriefed anybody. So I'm like, how did they know? Oh, she killed you, but then Thanos brought you back, and then she had to watch you. I'm like, yeah, I need some answers.
They're clearly using like Darcy as us, like as the audience. But like you said, like if you think hard about it, it's like, yeah, how do you know all of that? You know.
Yeah, I don't know. But going back to the beginning, like with the glitching away, like I found it interesting that you saw parts of the world glitching, but her kids weren't glitching.
Exactly.
So I'm like, so does that mean that
they're real?
Are they actually going to be real? I mean, I'm assuming so, because they're not glitching.
Exactly.
So I'm wondering because ultimately, like, I keep going back and forth with. Because I'm like, we're already at episode 7, and we still haven't gotten a reveal from Mephisto. So is he really part of this show? Is he not part of this show?
I don't know.
I feel like after
Yeah, a lot of stuff from this episode you could link to either it just being Agatha the whole time, like Agatha could be everything, or there could be another Marvel villain, but not necessarily Mephisto.
But part of me after this episode, I'm going back to it, and I'm like, no, I think it's Mephisto because I don't think Agatha is the main. Kind of like how episode 4 ended with, episode 3 ended where Monica got booted out of and she was like, "It's been Wanda all along," and then you learn it's like, no, it really wasn't.
I mean, this is not a full blown MCU movie, so maybe they could just be Agatha could be the villain of the show. And the villain of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness could be Mephisto.
It could be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're using this to set us up.
Yeah, it could be. Because I'm
exactly.
like, I don't think Agatha's the main person manipulate. I think she's helping to manipulate everything, but I don't think she's endgame. Pun. But so then after the kids were glitching, the kids were going to Wanda for answers, and like again, she's coming apart. She's like, like I know you kind of expect me to have answers as your mother, and they're like, we do.
You should have had a woman who has children for this episode, because I've seen that look on many a woman's face when they're like just done with the kids.
She's like she's totally done.
Yeah.
But I thought their reaction was just funny, like how she's looking at they're looking at Mom, are you okay? Like even when Agatha came to go like Billy and Tommy were like, we don't want to leave because clearly you need to be taken. Okay. Need to be taken care of. Like something ain't right.
Yeah.
But after Agatha came and took the kids,
like she always does, because she wants them kids for for something, for going back to the beginning, for the children. Yeah.
Which I'm still like, because I'm nervous, because I'm like, what happened to the kids?
Yeah. Like, are they going to survive this series? And if so, how?
Yeah, like, because I don't know if they're going to go the route of they do die, but then they get reincarnated, like in the comics. I don't know. Or if that's too complicated.
Yeah, and what's going to happen with Vision? Could we see White Vision or a remade Vision, or is he going to be done after this?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know if they want to get rid of somebody like Paul Bettany, because I think
he's great. He's been astounding this entire series.
But I mean, everybody in this cast is great. Yeah. Like Catherine Hahn, I fucking love her as Agatha, but all of them, even jumping to Darcy, even though I was a little disappointed she wasn't the character from Two Broke Girls.
Yeah.
She was just a clown person. But even though I was like, granted, I was like, Darcy looking kind of thick in this episode.
I ain't want to be the one to say it, and yo, safe Gavin.
But no, I was like, thick as fuck. I was like, wow, Darcy kind of thick. Even though,
and I knew the thing is, I know she's thick. I know how I follow Kat Dennis, but she was looking extra thick today, like.
But yeah, but the conversation of that she was having with Vision, I'm still trying to figure out if they're gonna answer how. I mean, I guess probably not, because they never really answered how Captain America returned all the Infinity Stones. So
yeah, but they could. I think they might do that in the animated series, like in a Marvel What If. And then Chris Evans did sign that deal, so who knows what they're really doing,
Yeah, and then this is something I was gonna get to as well, but thank you, Tal Albrook, for the $5 super chat. Is Hayward rebuilding Vision or Ultron, or making a mold for Sentinel? That could be good. Yes, Sentinels, that could be good. I honestly thought it was to rebuild Ultron, but Sentinels could work. I mean, even though we don't really have mutants. I don't know why you would want to build Sentinels, since there aren't really mutants, but I mean, we know mutants are coming. So, but yeah, I personally thought it was for Ultron.
Yeah, but having Ultron come back, like a lot of people think might happen, it would be good for her show, because Ultron is like where they came from. Like Ultron killed her brother, so
yeah, Ultron killed her brother. Yeah. Ultron is the reason her husband exists.
Exactly, that would be like the ultimate closure if the final villain for this was Ultron. I can see it happening now. Let me go off on another tangent. We already know that Monica has powers. I know I'm jumping ahead, but she's seeing the spectrum of things. It would be really cool if when she got out the barrier, she saw that Captain the Sword guy, and he wasn't human. That'd be really
cool. That'd be dope. but I don't think he's not human. Then I feel like going back to what you said about him being white, I feel like that'd be a cop out if you're like, oh, he's not human.
Yeah,
it's like, nah, he's just a corrupt ass white white dude that's trying to, I don't know, again, whether he's Hydra, AIM, or whatever. I think he's trying to bring back Ultron, but I mean, Sentinels, I like that theory, Tal. So, well,
why was there black people in Hydra?
Why would there be black people? Like, they're Nazis.
Exactly. I'm just going back. I'm talking about Civil War, but that the dude, the one agent, the light-skinned brother.
I was like, who was black in Hydra?
Yeah, he was Hydra.
Yeah, I know
light-skinned dude with the
I know
glasses.
he's talking about now. Like, the skin dude with the glasses. I mean, there's some Uncle Toms and all that. I mean, there's I saw like 1 or 2 black people at the Capitol riot. So
yeah, they got paid to be there though.
We don't know. I mean, there's always some Uncle Toms in the cabin. But what happened after Agatha picked up the kids? I'm trying to remember.
I think they cut the Darcy and Vision, and they started talking about Vision mind whatever to her. Why doesn't he just do that to everybody? You know, just like overtake the town.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't. Yeah, he should just walk to everybody and just.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a limit to how, or maybe he felt. Because I was gonna say, maybe he felt like after what happened to Agatha, even though we know she was joking, he doesn't know that. Maybe he's like, he doesn't want to cause panic.
Or maybe he wants to handle the situation at like the lowest level he can. He doesn't know that it's about to be a fight by the time he gets home. It's gonna be a fight.
But yeah, Sean G just said, yeah, they're Black Proud Boys. So I mean, yeah, going back to black people being a Hydra, that could definitely be it. But yeah, like even with the conversation of Wanda just saying to herself, like, I don't know how any of this is happening. Like, and then when we saw the manipulation of Agatha, when she used her powers manifested in purple. So I'm like, somebody's powers manifest. Yeah, somebody's powers is manifested in blue. Somebody had to create this freaking world. Or maybe going back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because they do throw some connections to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You got me.
Maybe. Oh well, shit. I was gonna say maybe it's maybe this world is like the framework from season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is like a virtual reality. Never mind. You don't even know. You're like looking blank. So I
didn't watch that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man.
I can't even comment on that. But they even talk about like, why is it that with everything being real? Because Darcy was like, yeah, I thought Wanda just recreated you. Because they said Hayward tried to recreate Vision and it wasn't working until Wanda. So yeah, why do you think he can't leave the Hex? Because even Darcy is like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, so Vision is technically, his body has been repaired because Hayward was. But when she took the body from the lab, it looked like it was still damaged, right?
Yeah, it was like he was in separate pieces.
Yeah.
So if she actually even really did it,
maybe because the part he doesn't have the Soul Stone, you know,
the Mind Stone.
He doesn't have the Mind Stone.
Yeah, maybe that's what's keeping. Because he doesn't have the stone, because they even said like they don't know if he can survive. Without the stone. So I guess this Hex is technically his Mind Stone. Yeah, maybe. I guess. I don't know. But then jump into the real world. This is another thing I was a little disappointed in with, again, like with the hype of this show and all the theories and things. Like all the questions were when we were talking about when Monica mentioned the aerospace engineer, we're like, who's the aerospace engineer? Is it going to be Reed? Is it going to be Riri? Is it going to be Blue Marvel? Is it Amadeus Cho? And then she's like, hey, Major Goodard. I say, who the fuck is that?
Exactly.
I'm nobody.
I hope that's not the fucking real aerospace engineer. I hope that's just like somebody she just knows and somebody else designed it.
I hope not either. But she said in last week's episode, they're like, oh, granted, she said my guy. Yeah. But they said they're here. Yeah. So I'm thinking that's who that person was. So I'm hoping like you. I'm hoping like it was just a red herring. But that was my second disappointment for this episode. That
we're expecting too much.
Yeah, I think that's why I was like the hype of the internet because there's so many theories. Yeah, because this whole shit, it was a mystery.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dang, I can't even be Riri Williams. Like Major, like it's not even a name I know. Like Major Goodard. Like, who the fuck is like?
I'm
like, okay, maybe it's somebody I don't know. So I'm looking it up, and I'm like, oh, this is a nobody. Like,
yeah,
so I was disappointed by that too.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, going into the episode, like you saw the like armored space rover, and she tries to go in, it doesn't happen, and then like Monica just
forces her way in.
Yeah, she forces her way in, and
we got some kind of cameos in there too when she forced her way in.
Yeah, we heard Nick Fury, we heard her mother, and we heard Captain Marvel, and it kind of shows that
Nick Fury knew her as a kid.
Well, we already knew that because they.
Yeah, we said that, but they confirmed it. You know.
Yeah. But also the thing, about that is like this moment kind of shows that even despite kind of having a somewhat antagonistic relationship currently with Captain Marvel, she still holds her in high regard because as she's fighting, she still hears her voice. Because the last thing that gets her through the vortex or whatever is Carol Danvers saying, "Your mother's lucky because she got the toughest kid," and that's what like really pushed her.
It also it says something about her living with like her grandparents or something, like her mother leaving her to go on a mission with Carol.
Yeah,
I think that's probably how her mother got cancer.
Probably like going out in space, and maybe that's why she maybe that's
just by being around Carol, just like radiation or something like that.
I was gonna say maybe that's what I was about to say. Maybe that's why she might blame Carol. She might be upset with Carol.
Yeah, exactly.
Because almost in that alternate universe of Spider-Man, where Mary Jane ended up getting radiation. Yeah, because she was having sex with Spider-Man and his sperm was irradiated. Yeah, and so she ended up getting cancer. Yeah, guys, this is like an alternate dark universe. Yeah, don't pay no attention to that. So that could be it. But at first I was a little granted, I knew Monica was gonna get her powers and it was gonna be from the hex and stuff like that. But at first I was kind of disappointed in it, even though I still knew it was coming, because I was like, oh, Monica's getting her powers because of a white woman. Yeah. Like I don't like, but then I thought about it more and I also talked about it with somebody else, and they kind of changed my perspective of it. It was like, yeah. Technically, if you break it down, it was because of Wanda, because she created the hex, but ultimately she got her powers because of herself. Yeah, her perseverance. Like she was able to push herself through the hex. Like if she wasn't strong enough, the hex would have threw her out. Exactly. But it was through her own strength and will that she was able to get through the hex, and then she also made the decision to go through the hex, knowing that it was changing her. Exactly. So it was. I found it really interesting that when she went through the hex, though, she wasn't changed at all this time. And that's another thing that somebody that's like. And then also you have to keep in mind that when she got through the hex, she came through the hex completely unchanged. Yeah. So it was through her strength of will. Like she gave herself powers. It wasn't really because of Wanda. But I will say, like when she came out, you saw her eyes turn blue. I did get a little hype. I was hyped. I got hyped. And then you saw like, she was seeing the world in energy form. I was like, yes. And really a being of pure light. Being of pure light. And then not only just that, but like really, she's the first Black woman to have superpowers now in the MCU. Definitely, yeah. Like, and in many ways, for the longest time, I thought it was probably going to be Storm, but no, it's Monica. She's the first Black female superhero on the MCU, so that's fucking great. Yeah. But another $10 super chat from Dust Daughters. Thank you so much. I'm feeling some kind of way about Monica getting her powers via. Oh yeah, we just talked about Wanda's force field, especially when Wanda keeps treating Monica like shit. And this episode, we got two cosmic Karens for the price of one. Yeah. Once again, fucking Wanda doesn't give a fuck about anybody but herself. That whole confrontation. But get into that. Like, wait, hold on. Yeah, what were you gonna say? That whole conversation between like when Monica finally gets through and talks to her, try to calm her down. Wanda's like, "Get the fuck out of here! I don't care about anything. Get the fuck out of here. I want what I want, and like leave me alone." Before even Agatha even comes out, she's ready to fight Monica again. Yeah. Hold on, let me address this real quick. Does Gamora not count? No, Gamora's green. First off, Gamora's green. Second off, Gamora's an alien. Yes, she's played. What's her name? Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana doesn't identify as Black either. So. Yeah, she doesn't even acknowledge that she's Afro-Latina. So screw her. And yes, technically a black woman is playing, even though she doesn't acknowledge it, but yeah, a black woman is playing a superhero, but she's not a black woman. She's a green alien. Yeah. So no, Gamora doesn't count. So, and plus, I mean, yeah, you got Okoye, you got the Dora Milaje, but they're not super.
They're super powered.
Yeah, they're not super powered. So yeah.
And there's no chance of them leading their own film. So
yeah, there's no chance. I mean, they may lead what we don't know what they're going to do with Wakanda, but
yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I don't know, but yeah, but going to that when Monica approached Wanda and Wanda is just snapping. She because even during the conversation that she was having when she used her powers on Monica and tried to eject her again, she seemed paranoid as fuck. She was like, "I'm not gonna let you manipulate." Like you got like she thought for whatever reason
she got a gun. She got a gun. Wanda got a gun.
Yeah. She thought for whatever reason that they sent in Pietro. She was like, "We didn't send in Pietro." She's like, "You're lying. Stop lying." I'm like, she fucking snapping. And she's trying to talk to her about Hayward. She's like, "Don't say that name." I'm like, exactly. First of all, not only does Wanda got to go to jail, she needs some fucking therapy because she ain't right in the head. And you got somebody that's going to the commercial, a Nexus being of the universe. That's snapping, like that's dangerous. But before I get to the commercial, but when Wanda was using her powers on Monica and the shit didn't work, she like absorbed her power. She like absorbed that energy, and then a Deadpool superhero landed and looked up at her. I was like, "Oh, Mortal Kombat!" Mortal Kombat.
I wanted them to fight, but Monica's trying to defuse the situation without violence. I was
like, Mortal Kombat round 1, fight. Yeah. Fuck. I was like, Monica, fuck her up, even though. It probably wouldn't happen, even though Monica's powerful, but she just got her powers, so she doesn't really know what she's doing.
She doesn't even know she knows. Yeah, she's too. Her adrenaline is pumping. She's probably not even thinking about the fact that she got hit with like a wave of power and then affected. She's not even thinking about it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think she knows something's off because the way she was seeing the world, but I don't think she knows. I don't think she realizes she has powers yet.
Yeah.
So. Hold on. Wanda making me mad. She keep wielding her magic against Monica. Monica has only tried to help her. Right. I mean, yeah, it's true, but I think it's going into her paranoia, and then also you got Agatha manipulating her, and then leeching into her ear, whispering into her ear, but also at the same time, you saw based on this episode, she does kind of trust. She does trust Monica because she even as Monica was talking to her, she removed her powers and started listening to her. And Monica was probably going to get through to her until Agatha showed up with her fuckery again. Exactly. Talk about two cosmic Karens. But real quick, wow! I see I got 38 people in the chat. Thank you so much. That's more than we had. That's more than the entire. WandaVision episodes that I've been doing. So thank you so much. If we can get those likes up on this live, I'd greatly appreciate it to help with the algorithm. But I'm ready. I would like to see Monica ultimately and Wanda find and team up. Maybe team up to take out Agatha because we ultimately don't know how powerful. Like, granted, I don't think she's as powerful.
I don't think Agatha was very powerful at all when they started. I think Agatha has been feeding on Monica this entire time. And now she finally has enough power to confront her.
Yeah, going after to episode 5. What was it? No, last week's episode. Feeding on your magic.
Exactly.
Your magic. Maybe that's why. Why now is she ready to confront her? Exactly. Yeah, because like you said, she has enough power. Especially because we don't know what she did with the kids.
Yeah. So she sent Wanda down there. She set her up. She sent her down there. Oh, they're in the basement. She wanted her to go in the basement. So she planned this confrontation.
Yeah, because even that look, she was like, "Oh, they're in the basement." And then she gave that sinister look.
Yeah.
I was like, Wanda, don't go down there. Even though I will say, I was hoping that they will play up the villainy and the horror of that moment a little bit more.
Yeah.
Even though I still like the moment, as opposed to making it like a funny
comedic. Yeah, Agatha's very comedic. Even when she's doing like horrible things, it's like comedic. So, but like I said, I still enjoyed that moment. But yeah, I wanted to see, going back to that, I still wanted to see Monica and Wanda fight. Like I wanted a full on
like pew pew pew, like Dragon Ball Z, Kamehameha.
But like you said, Monica doesn't know how to even use her powers yet, so we'll get there.
No, she don't. But like, let the adrenaline take over, like something. But going to the commercial, like, and from this episode, Marvel's like really doing some deep cuts, something I didn't think they were gonna acknowledge. Like,
what do you think the commercial meant? Because I was completely lost, and some people will mention some other things to me that I didn't. I'm not sure.
Well, they talk about the commercial was talking about take like the pill, like a Nexus pill.
Yeah,
and
it was like those commercials for like depression and stuff like that. Like,
and I think that was a reference to Monica being a Nexus being. And there's only a small handful of Nexus beings within the Marvel Comics universe. Excuse me. It's Wanda, Jean Grey, Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. Merlin. And other people like other people I've never really heard of. Sis something. It's like SISE. I've never heard of this person, but those are the main ones that we know, like in terms of knowing who they are. And basically Nexus beings are like the focal point of that universe, and they can also tap into other realities. Remember, they talk about this show tapping into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and Wanda being a Nexus being is one of the main ones that can easily travel throughout the multiverse with no real repercussions as a Nexus being. So I think that's what that commercial represented, because they even talked about it in the court, because they said something about take this pill or whatever and take control over your reality or whatever reality you want.
Exactly. You nailed it. You nailed it.
So I'm like, damn.
But it really put me on Kang. Like I the whole time I was thinking Kang. Kang.
And we have Kang the Conqueror coming. So I'm like, Marvel's throwing in some deep cuts to like,
they just drop a seed and pick it up later. Like, oh, we can use this because we planted this seed here. You know, I think they do. And
that's the brilliant thing about what the MCU is doing. It's like especially now with this Disney Plus, with the Disney Plus properties, and Kevin Feige and Bob Iger, the CEO, was saying that Disney Plus is their priority.
Yeah,
and like
they're making crazy bank over Disney Plus. That's why.
Like just last month alone, because of the hype of WandaVision, they added 93 million subs just last month.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
93 million times. How much Disney Plus? Like $10?
No, it's not $10 yet. It will be. They're definitely going to go up in price. I think it's like $7.99 right now.
Yeah, they're going to go up in price. The more content they put out.
So yeah, just on Disney Plus alone, they're making more than what their parks, because their parks alone in 2019, I read, made like $7 billion. Right now, crazy. Like,
and the parks are suffering due to COVID, so it's like
what I said. That's why I said 2019 before COVID. So $7 billion. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at.
No, I'm saying they're recouping their park money.
Oh yeah, they're recouping their park money. But I'm like, but Disney Plus alone right now is making like $11 billion.
That's crazy.
And then once they open up, like Disney is can I get like 1% of this money? Give me 1%. Like that's all.
Can I get a job? Can I get a job?
Give me a job and give me 1%. Yeah. Like 1%. 1% of $1 billion is what, like 100.
I think having Disney on your resume will get you forward in general. So
yeah, it definitely will. Like Disney, hire us. Like I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you every week. I give you ideas. I drop these nuggets, free nuggets. Come on, Disney. If anybody in the chat knows Bob Iger, knows Kevin Feige, has any connections, I have 41 people in here. If any 41 of you people got some connections, hit me up. BlackGayComicGeek@gmail.com. Tell Kevin Feige, check out my stream. Hire me as a consultant. But what was another Easter egg? Oh, was that the Darkhold?
I believe it was the Darkhold 1,000%. The Darkhold, and even like when she went down into the basement, and it was kind of like a cavern. It kind of reminded me of like Wondagore. And
before we could jump fully into that, you don't read comics. Explain to the non-comic book readers in the chat what the Darkhold is.
Comic book wise, the Darkhold is a book written by.
I got Marvel
you got it?
Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if it actually has it in here.
Chthon, I believe his name is. That's how you pronounce it. And he's like a being that existed like, way before time and stuff like that. And he pretty much created like dark magic. Like all the spells that he's ever written are in the Darkhold, and the Darkhold has like passed from hand to hand to hand, and people keep putting more and more spells in it. It's like pretty much a book of dark magic. It's been used to drain people's souls. It's been used during I think the first Carnage saga. It's been used to control Wanda twice, actually.
No, it's not in here.
Yeah, one time by Mephisto. I think both times was actually by Mephisto. Yeah,
it's an incomplete. This is a complete encyclopedia. How's the Darkhold not in here? Let me go to the index.
Yeah. If you are in any other kind of I guess like sci-fi or like witchcraft type stuff, like and like I think most things have like something called how you say it, Necrocomicon or something like that.
Necrocom. Now I can't even say it.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. That's the basis for the Darkhold, or rather, the Darkhold is the basis for that. So,
yeah, it's basically like if you guys watch Charm, it's like a dark book of shadows, basically.
Yeah,
and so it's a very prevalent book within like the Marvel Comics magical side of the world. So I'm like, I don't know if that was because it had Necromicon. There we go. Thank you, to Bogo. Necromicon.
Necromicon.
Yeah, I'm like, say that 3 times. But yeah, it's a very prominent book. But the only thing is, I'm like, because in the comics it has like it literally just has the letter D on it, but in this one it was different. And then also they had the Darkhold again, because you don't watch it, but they had the Darkhold in Agents of Shield, and literally just said Darkhold on it. So it looked different. So I'm like,
is Agents of Shield still canon though?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know, because they referenced the Hydra soap, which was part of Agents of Shield. So I'm like, I don't know if it's just Easter eggs or references that they're throwing. I just noticed, did my light just die? Because I'm like, why I look dark over here? Oh, over here. Yeah, I think my light just died. Whatever. Oh, there we go.
But what I think is that that Agatha might have just been like a basic witch, and she somehow got her hands on the Darkhold and took advantage of Wanda to become a more powerful witch.
Yeah, I think I wish I had a freaking thing in the encyclopedia.
And then it's like we keep talking about Wanda being a witch or Scarlet Witch and this and that. Like it hasn't really been stated like that her powers are magical in nature yet. So
no, I'll get to that. But okay, so Necronomicon. There we go. Thank you, Sean G.
You broke it down. I like the hyphens. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm still gonna fuck it up, but that I'm gonna reference this. Necronomicon. Necronomicon. But no, going on to what you said, I think this was the first official reference when Agatha confronted her that they said that Wanda, what she can do is actually magic. Because Agatha said, you think you're the only magic girl in town.
Yeah, exactly.
So this, and then also they kind of referenced it a little bit in the last week's episode with I was feeding on your magic. But even that was kind of like vague. You could say, oh, is it really her? Yada, yada, yada. But this is like an official, like, no, Wanda's a witch.
Yeah.
And Kevin Feige did say this series is going to fully confirm that she's going to become the Scarlet Witch of the comics. So I'm assuming next week's episode is her and Agatha are going to have like a conversation or whatever to be like, your powers are magically based or whatever, but is it mutantly magically based? That's what I'm wondering. Or is she just gonna be just a witch?
I don't know. Hopefully it's mutantly magically based, because one of my favorite mutants is the Dark Child magic. So
I'm like, say that 3 times fast. Mutantly magically based. Mutantly magically.
I can see magic fitting into all of this. We could get like from the Darkhold, we could get like different dimensions, like limbo and stuff like that. I could definitely. They can go anywhere.
They can go a lot of places. And go on to what something that Kale Damo said. The Darkhold is also responsible for the creation of vampires, and we already know Blade is coming. So
yeah,
maybe vampires aren't here, but vampires will be created. I didn't know that the Darkhold created vampires. I thought Dracula.
No, Dracula wasn't the first vampire.
Oh, he wasn't the first vampire? Who's the first vampire?
The guy who he was messing with the Darkhold and he feasted on what did he eat? Was it other people? It wasn't humans that he ate, but he created other vampires by feasting on people or other beings. I don't think humans humans didn't exist yet.
Well, there you go. Learn something new. Yeah. But I mean, Agatha was around since Salem, right? I mean, yes, they even kind of referenced it in the very first episode where she talked about her and her husband Ralph. Their anniversary is June 2nd, which was the kickoff date. June 2nd, 16-something, 92 or something like that. That's the kickoff date of the Salem witch trials. Mm-hmm. That's why I go back to saying I think Ralph is going to be revealed. Yeah, I think he's going to be revealed to be Mephisto.
The devil, and a witch married to the devil makes sense.
So, yeah, maybe. And then vampires like mutants have been around for a long time, but have managed to stay in the shadows. See, I am more inclined to agree and believe vampires hiding in the shadows, but mutants, I'm like, nah, I don't necessarily. I can't believe that, especially considering how many villainous mutants there are.
Yeah, and how many superpower things have just happened and nobody else tried to help. They got away with Ant-Man though, making Dr. Pym old and stuff like that and out of the game. I don't know if they can do that with mutants.
Yeah, I don't think they definitely can't do that with mutants. There's way too many mutants.
Yeah.
And way too many good mutants for them not to where the fuck were you at all this time?
Exactly.
So I'm thinking maybe with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, they may pull it. And granted, I hate that I'm bringing this up because it's trash now. But the Arrowverse, did you watch the Arrowverse?
A little bit.
Did you see
more than a little bit? Yeah, I watched that definitely because I'm a Marvel guy.
So with Crisis, after it was all said and done, because Supergirl was on one Earth, the Flash and Arrow were on another Earth, and then Black Lightning was on another Earth, and Batgirl was on another Earth. But once it was all over, they ended up merging them all into one universe, and now Batgirl, Supergirl, they're all in one Earth. So maybe they might go that route with Doctor Strange saying
that would take a massive event like Secret Wars.
I mean, maybe, but we could say, well, mutants exist in this universe, but now it's all one universe. And mutants are
the history of the MCU is so great. How could you do that? If you make it all one universe, what happens to the past, the history? So Iron Man died and mutants were around for that. I understand you saying they combine it, but does people remember the universe is not being combined?
Maybe a certain amount of people, maybe like the Avengers, remember the universe is not being all one, but the rest of the world, because then that could also explain mutant hatred and all, and then Magneto and everything like that. It explained that if they don't remember it, but
if we can get Fassbender back as Magneto, I'm down.
You want? I mean, Fassbender was, but honestly, I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna recast.
Yeah, they are.
Because jumping to the reveal with more with Agatha, we now know because they kind of made a reference with when Pietro Evan Peters showed up. It was like, oh no, Wanda, you summoned me. But based on this, it's I feel like Agatha, because you saw magic seeping out of him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did she summon him or is she manipulating him?
Yes, I was gonna ask. Yeah, I don't know. But and then the skipping ahead, the mid-credit scene, it seemed like Pietro was gonna go help Monica explore what happened to Wanda.
Oh no, but I think he's helping. I think he's helping Agnes.
Oh, he could be helping Agnes. Who knows?
Yeah, because especially with that line, Snooper's gonna snoop or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I think he probably maybe knocked her out at that moment.
Can he?
Well, I mean, if she doesn't know how to control her powers,
yeah, maybe.
If she was full on the Monica we know, as soon as he tried to punch her, she just goes into light form.
Yeah.
And then just knock his ass out because she's faster than him, speed of light.
Yeah.
But as of right now, she doesn't know how to control him. Maybe I don't know. Or maybe it's a red herring. Maybe he's not actually a villain. He is going to help her. But
exactly.
based on how
throughout the episode, they kept calling him fake Pietro though. So
yeah, and even she was telling her kids that's not your uncle. Well, who is he then?
Your uncle from a different universe, or just
I don't know. But I think based on how it ended, I don't know, because I feel like even still, even though we only got 2 episodes left, I still don't really know where the fuck this show is going, and they can still go anywhere.
And when does the show take place again?
3 weeks after Avengers Endgame.
So this is before Spider-Man Homecoming.
So it's before Spider-Man Homecoming, because Spider-Man Homecoming was like 8 months.
Yeah.
Which actually, you just reminded me of something, because this was a reference to that too. Mm-hmm. Because remember in Spider-Man, Far From Home.
That's what I meant to say though. Far From Home. That's what I meant to say.
Remember in Spider-Man Far From Home, there was this conversation about all these missing kids.
Mm-hmm.
You jump to the beginning of this episode where there were the glitches.
Mm-hmm.
There was when Wanda was making cereal, a milk carton changed, and you saw on the back of the thing it said it was a missing kid on the back of the milk carton.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what is that? Like, and because I'm like, instantly I thought of Spider-Man Far From Home, because I'm like, there was a whole thing about missing kids, and then you jump to last week's episode where she got all these kids just showed up all of a sudden. Yeah. So I'm like, did she really take these kids?
Exactly. If the multiverse was actually created here, then that Mysterio could have been from another universe or went to another universe, because Spider-Verse is definitely happening. So
it has to be. But wait a minute, $10 super chat. Thank you, Jessica. I saw you saying you were late. It's never no such thing as late as long as you're here. That's all that matters to me. I need both of you assistant writers to completely redo all the Marvel movies and make them accurate, because my mind was blown with the comic facts. I mean, they don't have to. They make the stuff at all audiences. So the comics universe doesn't have to be the Marvel universe. Granted, I still wish they weren't like making the universe smaller by, like, for example, making the Eye of Agamotto the Time Stone.
Yeah.
Or making Vision's gem, instead of it being the solar gem, now it's the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Everything is connected to the Infinity Stones, because, like, I feel like it makes the universe smaller.
Yeah, who knew they would get this far? I don't think they predicted everything would be this big. So
yes, that's definitely true. Especially, I don't even think, even with WandaVision, I don't even think they predicted WandaVision would be
like the most watched show in America.
As huge as it is, so much that people are staying up till 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever your time. Man. Yeah, whatever your time zone is. Yeah,
I watched it 6 a.m, so it was like 6:45 when I was done, and I looked and there's spoilers up already. Spoilers already.
Like, I went on the internet at like 4 a.m. People posting fucking spoilers. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I saw it was like, because I stayed up like pretty much most of the day, and I finally went to sleep at like 9. Around 8 a.m., I saw somebody else already posting Monica and the superhero landing with her powers. Yeah. I'm like, the show just fucking just came out.
Exactly. You ain't even trying to wait for nobody. You ain't posting in a thread or like comments or nothing like that.
Some people got to go to work. Not me, but some people got to go to. They're sleeping at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I had to go to work, and I knew I had to get up.
Yeah,
I had to go to sleep enough time and wake up early enough time to watch the show, because somebody's gonna spoil it for me.
I'm like, they're waking up today and working a 9 to 5. They're not watching this show until like maybe now. Like,
yeah.
So y'all post the spoilers on the internet. Like, y'all are and I get it. We're excited. You want to talk about it, but like, calm the fuck down, people. Like,
please.
I would be mad as hell. That's why I try to.
And the thing is worse than movie theaters, because everybody can't fit in the movie theater. Like, when movie theater spoilers come out, it's like, I think we're given at least a weekend. Like, with this, it's just like,
it's like literally like 1 minute into the episode, they're like, "Oh, did you see the opening credits?" I'm like,
they live posting while watching it.
Like, y'all motherfuckers need to calm the fuck down. Like, because I'll be feeling bad for the people that do have to work at like a 9 to 5 or whatever, so they're not maybe watching it till later on today. Because I mean, it's still literally Friday. Like, the episode fucking came out today. It's not like it came out yesterday or 2 days ago. The shit came out a couple hours ago, and y'all already posting like full on screenshots and shit.
Like, where did you get that screenshot?
That's what I'm also wondering. Like, it ain't even like news articles ain't even released this shit. So where are you getting these screenshots from, or GIFs of Monica like doing the superhero? I'm like, where is this coming from?
Did you just say GIFs?
It's GIFs.
Oh, this thing.
Don't tell me you say GIFs.
It's GIFs.
No, it's GIFs.
Bro. No, I thought it was cool.
This is not even good. We about to cancel this WandaVision podcast. We got to go back and forth. I can show you a video of the person that created the thing.
I don't care. He doesn't own the name. He doesn't own the name. And like
just he don't own the name, but he created
just
it.
because you created something that doesn't belong to you. It's like music.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how it goes?
Yeah.
So Janet Jackson comes out with something and she says, no, the song is you like, no, it don't belong to you because even though you created it. That's what I said.
It's how I interpret it.
It's like the if dance, like you say how it goes like this. Yeah. Like, nah, it goes like this, even though she danced it. Okay. That's how people in the chat. Is it GIFs or GIFs?
Everybody knows it's GIFs, man.
It's GIFs.
GIFs is peanut butter, and it starts with a J.
Wait, let me see. Dust Daughters, we about to. I thought we were friends. She said with a hard G. I don't care.
Hard G.
It's GIFs. Who is knocking on my door?
They knocking on your door to tell you that it's GIFs.
Keep talking. Keep talking. Let me see who knocking on my door. I'll be right back. But keep talking.
It's funny. This is like a long comment thread I've seen about the creator and GIFs, and it has that meme with Samuel Jackson saying that I realized that you made a decision, and I've elected to neglect it because it's stupid. It's definitely GIFs. You back?
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You did a poll in the comments? Everybody's gonna say GIFs. You probably found one GIF out there. It's GIFs.
Oh, somebody exactly. Jiffy is peanut butter. I'm like, no, I'm about to look for this video and like post.
It doesn't matter what he says, bro. Did he put it in a dictionary?
But he might as well if he created it.
No, bro. No.
It's a GIF.
No. How does Webster's pronounce it?
GIF.
No, they don't.
All right. Well, this about to be a war going on. Like y'all said, definitely a hard G GIF. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the video.
It don't matter though. It's GIF.
I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Then I'm before next week's live chat. I'm be like, it's right here. I'm gonna have it ready. Queued up.
You open up your GIFs on Christmas, like what the fuck? Get out of here.
But no, that's not the same. That's not the same thing. It's like what's I'm trying to think of a word that's spelled kind of the same, but then they pronounce it differently.
No,
it's like bought and brought. I don't know. That's not the same analogy.
Fucking laser is an acronym. You know, all these words, like a lot of words we use are like acronyms, and they pronounce the way you say them.
It's a GIF.
No,
I don't care. All 42 of y'all that think it's a hard G. Only y'all can fight me in this chat. I'm gonna go full on Wanda and like blast all of y'all out my safe Javen. This is my hat. It's a GIF.
It's not a safe Javen. You're not BlackGayComicGeek. Fuck out of here.
Fuck you. Not everything. It's a silent. It's a GIF. I don't care. I'm gonna die on that hill.
You on that hill and you dead by yourself.
I'm gonna be Vision when he goes out the hex. I'm like, I'm dying on that hill. It's GIF. I'm about to post a story about it when we done. Anyway, now I lost where I wanted to go with WandaVision. What were you saying when I went to go answer the door? Because I couldn't hear because the headphones.
I don't know. That GIF threw me off, bro.
It's we were talking about spoilers. People posted GIFs.
God.
Of Monica. But wait. But y'all don't have any problem saying George. Yeah. GIF, George. Same thing. You don't say Gorge. Thank you, Aaron.
Do you pronounce the E in George? Like, you don't pronounce none of that. That's just a weird ass name.
But still, my point. You don't say Gorge. Yeah. Anyway, WandaVision.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Because part of me is like, I don't. Because I think next week's episode is probably going to be another like 37 minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm really hoping that the final episode is going to be like a full on, not even an hour, like an hour and a half,
like a movie. Yeah.
Like a movie.
Yeah,
that's what like after this episode. That's kind of my theory. I'm hoping.
I mean, with the attention they've been getting, I wouldn't be surprised if they went and did reshoots just because they're getting so much, play.
Because I'm like, I could be setting myself up for disappointment, and every episode is like 30 minutes. But I'm hoping not, because they did say, I think they released a thing saying that the total runtime of the show was a certain amount of time. And if every episode, hold up. Let me see. Total runtime of WandaVision. Because that's also where that theory with people saying, oh, the last 3 episodes are an hour, because if you break down the total runtime and how much, episodes we have left, these episodes have to be, such as a total runtime of WandaVision. Type it.
Maybe they'll just write the total runtime that we've seen so far. I don't know. They released the total runtime before the show started?
Yeah, I saw somebody saying that the all the episodes of WandaVision was a certain amount of minutes. Bear with me. That
would have been a cool episode, like a game show episode.
Oh yeah, that would be.
I wonder how many, like, will Monica have her powers fully developed at the end of WandaVision, or we have to wait till Captain
Marvel?
Not.
I think we'll have to wait till Captain Marvel 2. But one thing I really hope they don't do, and granted, I understand that it's not going to be her movie, but I really hope they don't have Monica take a back seat.
Yeah, black sidekick.
Yeah, make her the black sidekick when, especially, she's way strong. Like we talked about this before, she's stronger.
Yeah. I don't even know how they're gonna do Miss Marvel, because Miss Marvel is a Captain Marvel fan. So I don't think Captain Marvel has been in the spotlight much, has she? Like on Earth, like she does a lot of space stuff, like in the MCU. Like
last time we really saw her on Earth was like the first Captain Marvel.
So how could Miss Marvel really be a huge fan, like how she is in the comics?
I mean, maybe she comes to Earth and she saves her life. Now all of a sudden she's enamored. She's enamored by the person that saved her life. Kind of like, even though they retconned it in, that totally wasn't him. But like in Iron Man 2 or 3, when he saves that little boy in the Iron Man mask.
Yeah, they definitely retconned that.
And they were like, oh yeah, that's Peter Parker.
Somebody said, oh, wouldn't it be cool if that was Peter Parker? And they just ran with it. Like, yeah, we don't gotta do nothing to fix that. Yeah, we can say that.
So they could do that. Like she ends up saving his life. Well, it said, hold up, it's hot 3. It says 360 minutes, which is roughly 6 hours.
Divided by 10 or 9.
So if every episode is basically a half hour each, 2, 4, 6.
But we got some episodes that are like 40 minutes with credits, so.
Well, only one episode was like 40 minutes.
This one was like 37, 38.
That's like 7 minutes of credits.
Yeah.
So I'm like, with that, we haven't gotten 6 hours yet.
Okay.
So I think that's where the speculation was like, oh, these last 3 episodes are going to be an hour. So that's what I'm hoping. That's my hope. Like the final episode is like an hour and a half. But again, this could be bullshit too, because talking about the minutes, I saw the same shit talking about these last 3 episodes are going to be an hour. So I don't know where this information.
You think they're going to leave Inhumans canon? Because fucking Kamala has to be Inhuman. Like, it's like mandatory. She has to be Inhuman. So are they going to drop a Terrigen Miss Bomb, or I don't know? Like,
no, I think she's going to be Inhuman, but I don't think they're going to
reference that crappy show.
I don't think they're going to reference the show. I don't think they're going to reference Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because they had Inhumans and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Daisy and other people. They had Yo-Yo, some other guy. But I also don't think they're going to reference that. But I also don't think they're going to reference the royal family. Black Bolt, Medusa.
Shame.
At least not yet. They may go back. And
they might put them on the moon.
They might do the Watcher because they know that they're doing What If.
Yeah.
But another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Dust Daughters. I don't think you can get a black director to put a black character in the back seat. At least I hope not. I mean, that actually is a good point that you bring up. But also, you got to keep in mind, like, even though she's directing it, she doesn't necessarily control
the scope.
Control the characters. So, but that's a good point. So yeah, I definitely don't. But not even just, and I'm not even talking about a backseat in terms of her not having a big role in the movie. I'm just talking about in the scope of her power set.
Like, and the scenes that she's in, she could be in 5 scenes and it could be okay as long as she's like a strong person in those scenes.
I want her to be just as old fucking P as she is in the comics. Like, I want her to go full on. Like,
I mean, she should, because they made Captain Marvel probably stronger than she is in the comics.
Yeah, they made her way stronger than she is. So, give me Monica. I want her full in her OP black goddessness. And then same with Storm. I want Storm in her full OP black goddess. They better not have Storm making fucking ice cubes, Cyclops, like she did in fucking X-Men Apocalypse. That would piss me the fuck off to no end.
I don't think Disney would do that. They know better. That's some Fox shit.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely some Fox shit. I mean, we hope. Or like having her just throwing lightning. I want to see her do more than just throw lightning.
The full scope of her powers, yeah.
Full scope of her Omega level powers. But yeah, but honestly, I don't know. I'm at this point. I'm after seeing the confrontation between Monica and Wanda. Part of me is like, now I'm kind of ready for some action. I want to see.
Yeah, right. You were ready for a fight. We don't get any fights in the show. You were ready for a fight. I was ready for a fight too.
Granted, that's not necessarily what they promised us, but after seeing that, I'm like, nah, I'm ready to see some ass whooping. I'm ready to see maybe Wanda get her ass whooped.
It might be the last episode. We gotta have at least one fight. Like Vision's coming back as long as it takes him, because that scene he just straight ghosted. Used his powers to get out of there. So he should be pulling up on the whole time.
I was like, why don't you just fly? Like, or not even just. Yeah. Why did he take Darcy with her and fly to the? He just left her.
Yeah, he didn't need Darcy though. Like he got all the information he needed out of her.
He got all the information he needed, but I was still like, that was kind of rude.
She'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll be all right. But it kind of says to me, I guess maybe Vision and Monica are going to be the ones that save her from whatever the fuck.
But at what cost?
I mean, what do you mean? Like to get rid of the Hex?
The Hex, yeah, but at the cost of the children, at the cost of Vision. Nothing's for free.
Nothing's free. It's definitely gonna. I don't think is making out of this. The kids, I'm not sure about. Because based on what I said earlier, like they weren't glitching when this world was fucking up. So I'm like, so once the Hex ends, they might still be around. But going to my theory of maybe she loses custody. Maybe she can't. She's not allowed to keep him.
What's up with Herb, yo? It showed that Agatha had, hexed Herb too, right?
Yeah.
Is she controlling him the whole time, or is he just a conduit for her? Or
see, I think what she did. Oh, my voice like cracked. Like, well, I think what she did in that moment. Remember when he was glitching in the episode? Like, I think maybe that's what she did.
Oh, she glitched him, or she fixed him?
No, I don't think he was fixed because he was glitching when he was cutting into the cement.
Yeah,
and Vision like brought it to his attention. He was like, "You're right," and he kept going. like, so I don't know. I think she caused him to glitch.
But why? Why would she want him to glitch?
So Vision is suspicious.
Yeah,
because that was kind of like the first real inclination for Vision. Not the first one, but it was the first major one for Vision.
Yeah,
that something was wrong. So, because we saw that at a certain point, she wanted Vision out the way for whatever reason. And yes, Jessica, I completely agree with you. I want Monica and Storm. I want all the black superheroes. I want Monica, Storm, Blue Marvel. I want Prodigy. I want Sync. I want Frenzy. I want Monet. I want Bishop. I want Blade. Give me all of them. I want fucking Sam. I want Sam Wilson. I want Sam Wilson to wear that Captain America outfit with him wearing the shield. I don't want it to go to Bucky.
I seen it. They accidentally released a toy from the show, so Sam's definitely gonna get the shield. And
they did. Yeah. Fucking spoilers with the toys.
Yeah,
they just stopped doing that.
Yeah.
I would say Storm spent half of Apocalypse hiding behind some debris, watching everyone else fight. I was mad. Yeah, they definitely like keep fucking over Storm in these X-Men movies. But hopefully going forward, Marvel,
they know better.
Yeah, they better know better, or
Yeah, they know better.
It's gonna be a problem, and people are not gonna be happy. But what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen for next week's, or what do you want to happen for next week's episode?
I think the next week episode is gonna be like a super villain monologue. Like, this is what I did, and this is what I did, and it's gonna be a lot of that.
And this might be a little too much because we don't know how next week's episode is gonna end. But fuck it, put your dick on the table. How do you think? How do you think the series is gonna end based on whatever?
Wanda gotta go to jail.
Whatever we know now, yeah.
Wanda gotta go to jail. Vision dies because either he can't survive outside of that, or somebody's always gonna be trying to use his body to do something bad. So Vision has to go. Wanda's in a straight suit. Monica, I don't know where she goes after this. Where does Monica go after this? She's working for Sword. Maybe she becomes captain of Sword. Maybe the guy gets fired or whatever. Monica becomes the captain of Sword. Mm-hmm. Who else is there? Darcy go to see Jane in the hospital. Who am I not? But the kids get adopted. They get separated and put somewhere, like you said.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen with the kids. And maybe Wanda gets her memory wiped of them. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
She doesn't remember. And I think Monica's going to become the leader of Sword. Mm-hmm. And Hayward's also going to go to jail, maybe. Yeah, no, not maybe, but yeah. And then he's also going to be revealed. I think he is creating Ultron. Mm-hmm. I think Project Cataract or whatever the fuck that is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's an Ultron thing. So that's gonna get revealed, and then he's gonna get.
Somebody said something crazy to me, like cataracts. Cataracts means eyes, and Ultron looked into Vision's eyes and downloaded himself into Vision's body, something like that.
That's people. That's too much.
It's just one of those extra explanations.
Yeah, people be going extra, like super extra with these theories. But I mean, I love it.
The rabbit is Mephisto.
Everybody's like, they're like, Dottie's Mephisto, Agatha's Mephisto, Stork in episode 3 is Mephisto, the kids are Mephisto, that plant is Mephisto. Like, I don't know. Mephisto. I saw somebody say it today. The mailman's Mephisto. I mean, the Stork. I mean, well, why would he be a Stork?
Stork brought the kids.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. And she couldn't use her powers. Like, her powers didn't work on it for some reason. But then we could all be wrong if there is no Mephisto.
Yeah, there probably isn't a Mephisto at this
all
point.
We know is
because there's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah, it's only 2 episodes left. I mean, for all we know, it's fucking Nightmare or somebody, or it's just Agatha. But I don't think it's just Agatha. I think it's beyond.
I think it's just Agatha at this point, but Agatha herself doesn't know she's being manipulated by somebody even more powerful than her, and then that'll lead into a whole different movie.
Yeah, I mean, it could be because I'm still like wanting to lean into the fact that because even in this episode, she brings up Ralph.
Yeah.
And we were actually in her house this time. Yeah. And we still didn't see him.
Yeah, he's the devil. He's in the basement.
He has to be.
Yeah, further down.
But she said, I think Monica's engineer friend is called Reed Richards shows up to help. I mean, I hope so because we didn't see him in this episode.
No. And
I was hoping that it was going to get. Whether it's
I really hope it's Blue Marvel. I really do.
Yeah, whether it's Reed, Blue Marvel, Riri, Amadeus Cho, whomever. I just hope it's somebody. I hope it's somebody.
Because we've been disappointed so far, I'm starting to think that the big reveal they were talking about, it's just going to be Doctor Strange. Like, even though we know it's coming, I think that they look at most of their base as the casual fans, and they don't know. They probably don't think that they know that it's coming. So that's probably their big reveal.
I mean, it could be. But at the same time, Paul Bettany said that the reveal is somebody he's always wanted to work with. And I mean, didn't he?
Yeah, another British guy.
But I'm like, didn't he already have him and Doctor Strange been in a scene together?
I don't think so. Vision wasn't in Endgame, and in Infinity War, they definitely didn't cross paths.
No, he wasn't in Endgame.
And they won 2 different teams in Infinity War. So
maybe it is him. Hold on, let me be right back because I forgot. I just realized I didn't put my charger in here, and I just got an alert saying your battery about to die. So I'm like, let me grab my charger for this live ends real quick.
Mm-hmm. Messing with those GIFs. I think all of the Mephisto talk, a lot of it could be real, but I think it's just gonna roll into Dormammu or somebody else. Got the charger.
Boom, we charge and ready to go. I'm prepared.
Yeah. I plugged in my charger before we started.
I usually have it in, but I was like, I didn't realize I didn't have it plugged in. And then I just said, oh, your low battery is about to die. I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna fuck up the live. But I mean, it could be Doctor Strange. Because part of me, I do think to myself, like, who else but Doctor Strange? Somebody got a booty call.
Not even. I'm bidding on something on eBay.
Well, shit. What do you? Is like? What is it like?
It's comic stuff. It's actually the first appearance of Blue Marvel. Actually.
Oh, that Blue Marvel book.
Yeah, I have one copy, but I need another one. Especially if he appears in WandaVision, the price is going to skyrocket. Like his first appearance is a low printing, pretty rare.
Yeah, because when I was gonna say when Spider-Gwen showed up in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, her first appearance shot up.
Yeah.
So you hear that, guys? Go buy the first issue of Blue Marvel if you want to try to make some money. Even though I don't know how much.
It's already like $600.
Oh well, shit. Never mind. I take that back. Oh wait, I just realized I missed the super chat. Thank you so much for I found you just in time, which works for the super chat. Sorry I'm late to the party, no such thing. But I'm so worried about the twins. So am I. What do you think Agatha did with them? And do you think they've already been erased? I don't think they're erased. I think they might be like in a coma or something.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think that besides Vision, the most powerful thing Wanda did was create those kids, like, magic wise, like probably that's the biggest, I guess, result of her magic. So like you draining them or using them is probably like a big magic dump for her.
Especially Wiccan, since he's the one with most of the magic. And even he referenced, when he was talking to Agatha, and he was like, I like it here because you're quiet on the inside, and he stares at her, so he can't. Because in the beginning of
people in the town,
in the beginning of the episode, he referenced like he can't stop hearing everybody's thoughts, and like he's giving him a headache. But then when you get to Agatha, like he can't hear her thoughts, which is obviously a reference to her magic and her, having
not control. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think she's feeding off of them, but I think they're still around. Mm-hmm. But I'm worried about. I'm worried
it's
about.
It's still Disney. I don't think they're gonna kill a kid just because it's Disney.
No, I don't think they're gonna. I mean, you might not kill kids, but you could say they or rape whatever. Yeah. So it's not like they're dead, but. It's another one I missed. Thank you, Dust Daughters. You got to watch it early or stay off the internet with WandaVision. That's right. Very true. At least stay off Twitter. I mean, no, not even just Twitter, because Facebook. Yeah, people posting shit on Facebook. Maybe just
Instagram might be the safest place.
Yeah, Instagram might be the safest spot. Just don't look at nobody's stories. But we referenced this Kale. Is it Kale or Kaylee? But the glowing book could be the Darkhold. Yeah, we talked about the Darkhold and Cathan and all that stuff. I'm assuming what else could it be? Granted, it looks different. It looks different than the Darkhold from the comics, but so what? So a lot of things look different from the comics, and it's still a reference to, like, hell, Captain America Civil War wasn't the Civil War of the comics, but it was still Civil War for the MCU. So definitely. It could be the Darkhold. What is it? What were you about to say? You want what?
I won on eBay just now.
Oh, you won?
Yeah.
you pay $600?
Maybe.
Give me some money. But all right, comic book guy. I mean, I am too, but I ain't paying $600 for no damn issue.
If like 2 weeks later is worth $900, then I won.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But or I mean, yeah, I guess. I think it's because Agatha is herself, so she doesn't feel the
exactly
other true personality screaming for help.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, it could be that, but I feel like wouldn't he also be able to read, even if she is herself, read her mind?
Oh, but he's not reading people's mind. They're just screaming in their heads because they're in pain. He's not attempting to read anybodydy's mind. He just hears them. Yeah.
He hears them screaming in pain. Okay, maybe. But Wanda better apologize to Monica before she goes to jail.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, Wanda and Monica, I think they're gonna they have to reckon, because I mean technically they're both superheroes. They can't keep Wanda on her Amy Cooper tip.
Wanda, like I said last time we talked, Wanda's not a superhero. She ain't done nothing super ever. Everything she's ever done is for herself.
No, she's helped the Avengers. And
no.
In the very beginning of Captain America Civil War, when they were going after Crossbones,
she got them people killed.
First of all, that's not her fault though. If Crossbones didn't try to blow himself up, she wouldn't have had to contain an explosion.
Why did she just send him higher, or
She did. She sent him high, and it ended up blowing
higher, or just contain it completely, or send him in the ground.
Look, the power that she has now ain't the power that she had back then.
All right.
She's
okay. So she tried to help. She tried to help before.
She's untrained.
She tried to help before. Doesn't make her a hero. She tried to help. That doesn't make her a hero. She's done nothing heroic.
It makes her a hero because you try to help. Just because you fail in helping doesn't mean the attempt wasn't appreciated. Like if somebody tries to cook for you and it turns out being nasty, it's like, oh, I appreciate you doing that, but we still gonna call DoorDash.
Okay. You're not gonna say, like, if your kid was in that building when it blew up, like, I know you couldn't save him, but it's the thought that counts. No,
but I'm not gonna say that, but I'm still gonna be,
especially when you're a professional. Like she was a whole Avenger.
You tried.
I don't want to hear that from professionals. I don't want to hear that from Avengers.
I don't think Wiccan reads minds like Jean Grey. I mean, he can. He has telepathy. He's not on Jean Grey like Omega level mutant power base, but he can read minds. He basically has telepathy. So, and plus, like once he gets into his like true power as the Demiurge, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can do like whatever the hell he wants once he becomes Demiurge.
I got to catch up on that book, Strange Academy. Have you read it at all?
I haven't read Strange Academy.
Yeah,
I read Strike Force. I just started reading Strike Force.
Yeah,
which is all right.
Strike Force was straight.
Yeah, it was. The only reason I started because I'm like, oh wait, Wiccan's on this team. Boom, pick it up.
Monica's on it. Yeah, Blade.
Monica's on the team. Blade. Yeah, I thought it was a weird team, but I was like, because I'm like Angela, Spider Woman. I'm like, what is this team?
There's a bunch of characters that I like too, like weird characters, but I like a lot of those characters. So.
Yeah, but then I ended up getting canceled, and I was like, oh, that's kind of because I wanted to see.
Blade was the lead. That's why.
Yeah, they were racism.
Yeah.
But I would like to see more of that team. I mean, but now the person that wrote it, she's doing another like an X-Men book called X Corps, which I'm like, I'm like the cover looked great, but I was like, what is this? What is this?
With the Dawn of X, the X-Men are like big stuff right now, so I think it's funny.
Which is funny because I'm like, considering how much they tried to bury X-Men.
Yeah.
When they didn't have the rights, and now everything's like X-Men related. So that's why I'm hoping that Monica is going to be revealed. I mean, not Monica. Wanda is going to be revealed to be mutants. But yes, Kale Demos. Then are Tony and Carol heroes? They've done far more damage to various people than Wanda.
Tony saved the whole fucking universe. You stop it.
But he also created Ultron.
He saved the whole. That's one planet. He saved the whole universe.
That's one planet.
He saved the whole universe.
So Wanda killed people on one.
Who Wanda saved? She ain't saved nobody.
One floor in the building.
She never saved nobody.
Yeah, she saved Captain America. If the bomb went off the way it's supposed to, Captain America would be dead.
Nah, she saved her friend and killed other people.
No, you don't want to. She
saved her friend and killed other people. So really, would you think Captain America would have rather died or had those people die?
Captain America don't want to die.
Fraud.
But it wasn't those people. It wasn't those people's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Or I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't Wanda's fault.
Mm-hmm.
It was Crossbones' fault.
Mm-hmm.
But Tony created Ultron. Tony released all. It was Tony's fault for all those weapons.
Okay, we can talk about Carol. You can't talk about Tony. He saved the universe, bro.
That was used on Afghanistan. The whole premise of Iron Man, and then we getting into Armor Wars. The whole premise of Armor Wars is Tony's weapons getting into the wrong hands, and now Rhodey's got to fight this battle.
If the guy saved the universe, you talking bad about him? Like, it really doesn't matter what he did.
He saved the universe after the fact. He had to be convinced. He had to be convinced to save the universe. Because remember in Avengers 1 when they had that whole conversation, but between
he saved the universe. Actually, thanks for bringing it up because he saved the planet then too.
Nah, somebody else did it.
He went through he did it though.
That thing was going. Thor could have did that,
but he didn't though.
Tony created Ultron. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. And he created all those weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so bad that even Thanos knew who he was.
Okay.
Is he really? Wanda is gonna save the multiverse.
Really?
She's
okay,
gonna
fix it. If she goes and saves the multiverse, then I'll forgive her.
And she's gonna bring mutants into the world. That alone makes her good in my eyes.
Mm-mm.
What? Tony blackmailed Peter Parker at 15 to fight. Exactly. He's child soldiers.
Yeah.
And he didn't even pay the man money.
He gave him a suit.
Yeah, but that suit ain't paying the bills. He's still poor.
That suit is worth $1 million.
If he tries to sell it, but he ain't gonna sell it.
Yeah.
You don't see Wanda recruiting child soldiers.
Wanda was a child soldier.
But I'm saying but she's not recruiting any.
Mm-hmm.
So
she recruited that whole town of kids to play trick or treat just so her kids could on Halloween. She tortured tons of children. Yes, it is her fault. She don't care.
No, she's being manipulated.
She don't care. She's not being manipulated. She had to talk with her brothers like, yeah, I'm doing this. I like it. It makes me feel good.
No, Wanda still got to go to jail because I don't like how she came after Captain Marvel. I'm going to Captain Marvel. Monica, yeah, she's still Captain Marvel, my boy. Yeah, I don't like how she went after Monica like that because I'm like, nah, my black side went out. I'm like, nah, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't ride with you, Wanda. Like
she's trying to help you too. Like I said, she just reminds me of like that white lady with the dog that was harassing that guy in the park. Like
you going full Cosmic Karen right now. I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
She was like snap. She was like going real crazy. Like like those white people you see when black people are barbecuing. Like oh my God. I'm like, I'm on YouTube. I'm sorry, I can't say that. There's some ends barbecuing on in the park.
Exactly.
Ma'am, is it a public park? Yes, but there's still some nakers.
Yeah. You see when when Wanda created her perfect world, it was like no black people in it. I'm not counting her. There was no black people in it. Monica had to fight her way in there.
Exactly. I mean, Norm is brown, but he's not black.
Yeah.
But still, can't have more than one black person in the town.
Yeah. That's
why when Monica first showed up, she was like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you only
you
watch ain't no black people on I Love Lucy.
Exactly.
But what was this comment? It was a comment that I saw that I wanted to highlight. I'm like, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. At the 3:30 mark, if you have the closed captioning on, there is a radio with someone named RJ thanking everyone for tuning into WNDA and hoping everyone's little ghosts got home. No audio though. WNDA. Oh, Wanda. Okay. I didn't realize.
Little ghosts? Oh, maybe that's the kids from Halloween. Maybe she sent them home.
Maybe, but then like maybe they didn't all to make it home because remember I mentioned the milk carton with the missing kid on the back, which I'm like goes back to Spider-Man Far From Home with the missing kids.
There were no kids this episode, right?
There were no kids this episode, but Billy and Tommy.
And how many days this has been? Like 3 days?
I'm thinking it's been the morning of, because remember when you saw Wanda?
No, I'm saying in general, like how long have the kids been alive? Like 3 days?
Oh yeah, about 3 days probably.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because I was gonna say when Wanda woke up this morning, next morning, she was still in her Halloween costume. Vision was still passed out.
Yeah, it's funny. Like why do you? I know she was upset, but she didn't go look for Vision at all, make sure he was okay or anything. She just expanded the barrier and was like, "I'm done. I'm done."
Yeah, and then she kind of said, like, if he wants to be here, he'd be here.
Yeah.
Because even the kids were like, should we go look for him? And she like, no. She don't want to be about. She's snapping. She need therapy. She need Doctor Strange and her need to have a full on like magical therapy session. But hold on, where's Raphael Calvia said, I have a super wild theory about the bug on the curtain, but it might be too complicated and ridiculous. Do you do wild speculations here? Yeah, give me. Yeah, sure. Shoot your theory. Shoot your shot. What's your if you're still here? What's your theory? I'll look out for it. But maybe we might have the same theory. But I was like, granted, we already saw the rabbit, but I was like, what if she turned the kids into the rabbit? Like, what if that that rabbit was Billy? Because they made a point to shut, like the camera zoomed in on the rabbit and it zoomed in on the cicada. Yeah. So I'm like, are those the kids?
I don't know. Rabbits do represent fertility a lot, so maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Do you think Wanda was keeping Vision away? Oh yeah, somebody asked that earlier, and I was like, in the beginning, I thought it was Wanda, but I think after this episode, I think it was maybe Agnes. Because she wants Wanda alone. Yeah. That's why she took the kids away from her first. That's why she was so quick to try to get her away from Monica. And then she got her in that basement real.
Yeah. Frozen?
I don't know what just happened. You saw the live chat just like disappear for some reason. I don't know what just happened.
Did Wanda really bring those kids in a hex, or was it Agatha that kidnapped them?
Oh yeah, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Yeah, I don't even know, like, because we keep blaming Wanda for everything, but at the end of this episode, they keep saying it was Agatha all along. So we don't really know how much Agatha did.
Yeah, we don't know how much Agatha did, but then also that could be a red herring for to say, oh, it was Agatha all along.
That could be her scapegoat way out. Like, even though she did all these horrible things, just blame Agatha.
I mean, it could be her like manipulating things, but she could also be manipulated to be manipulated. Because then also going with the Quicksilver reference, because I saw some people saying that maybe he's her son, Nicholas Scratch, who's actually a villain, but maybe he died. And she's like, kind of like with Vision, she's manipulating the dead body to look real and play the role of Pietro. And that's why Wanda saw the bullet holes. And that's why
But then why is it Evan Peters then? Why isn't it, Well,
no, I'm saying
on purpose.
It's Nicholas Scratch.
Yeah. I don't know. Then it could have just been anybody, like any actor, is what I'm saying.
It could be, but I mean, red herring.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's like, we only got 2 episodes left, and I still feel like I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, I think we said this for the past 2 weeks. Like,
like every episode like answers like 2 questions, but then poses 10 more.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that by the end of this episode or by the end of this series, the payoff is satisfying. I'm hoping I don't leave 9 episodes of WandaVision going like.
I mean, the show is great, but I think what it's trying to do in some way is not doing it for me. Like, you can't make Wanda a sympathetic character in this, in my opinion. You can't. I don't feel sorry for her at all. I don't.
You don't.
She got to go to jail. She hurts all these people. She doesn't give a fuck about it. Like, you got to go to jail. You have to. I feel that way too. Like, I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate. And like people, I know you play devil's advocate, but people are like, oh, but she went through this and she went through that. Just because you went through something doesn't mean you get to hurt other people, Yeah,
no. But hold on. Jessica said it's frozen. I mean, can you guys see us? Is it frozen? Or was she
Or referencing Frozen 2, that horrible movie?
I don't know. It says it's Frozen.
Oh. It's Frozen. You look like a GIF.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it. Like, is it still frozen? Oh, okay. It says y'all good. Y'all good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
It's your intranets.
That's what I thought. But I'm looking at my Wi-Fi signal. It says full signal. So, but before, because I mean, it could be my internet because it is a snowstorm going on outside. So I'm like, maybe we should just, before shit starts fucking up, just call it quits. But I will say before we do end, because I mean, I think we talked about pretty much everything. But hold up, there was one thing I saw that also. Yeah, going to what we were saying. Like, true, I'm not absolving Wanda. I'm just pointing out that other heroes have done far more damage. Tony's war profiteering, Carol's complicity in genocide are worse than Westview. That's true. And then you get to Carol.
All the things that Tony and Carol did they consciously do them? Like, were they thinking about it? Like, Wanda knows what she's doing is wrong.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, still
Tony's like, oh my God, what have I done? You know what I mean? Wanda's like, yeah, I'm doing this. I don't care.
But she also, when she had that conversation with Pietro, she was like, is what I'm doing wrong? Are you thinking what I'm doing wrong? Yes, bitch.
Yeah.
But that, I'm like, that's why I'm going to like the manipulation thing. I don't like how much does she, because she keeps saying, I don't know what's happening. So I'm like, how much did she actually know?
She knows what she's doing is wrong.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely has to know what she's doing is wrong. But yeah, what was I about to say? It was something about Agatha, about the ending.
What do you think she's gonna do? Is she gonna knock Wanda out? Like, are you gonna fight right there? Is Wanda gonna try to use her powers and not have any juice left?
I mean, she might, but it could be the difference between like somebody that works out and a martial artist, like a bodybuilder versus a martial artist. Yeah, Wanda has
power.
The raw power. I was like, why am I drawing a play for the word raw power? But Agatha is like trained in magic.
Yeah.
So with that, like, I feel like Agatha, because you even saw like she manipulated her. She like went into her mind with the purple magic or whatever.
Yeah.
So she did something to her. And then they had the bop. I can't. What's the words?
It was Agatha.
It was Agatha all along.
Do you know the title of the next episode?
No, they don't release the titles until like the day of. So I didn't know this episode was going to be called "Breaking the Fourth Wall" until I pressed play.
Me too.
But thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I think Monica would do heavy lifting and making Wanda sympathetic. Yeah, I mean, I think so too. And part of me, that's also a thing. Granted, it's not exactly the same thing, but I was thinking that now that you bring that up, Nicole, when I was like, I'm starting to feel a little bit of like, because I'm like, why is Monica so gung-ho helping this white woman? Like, I'm like, granted, I didn't think this fully, but I was like, I'm starting to get a little magical Negro vibes. And she literally became magical.
Yeah,
but I don't care. Give me an OP light powered black woman, like. But at the same time, I do kind of because Monica is kind of like, oh, I know what she's going through. I'm not resting until I help her.
Yeah,
I'm like, just blast her ass and make her go to like blast her and fucking call it a day. Lock her up.
I think they did a lot of stuff with the radiation and stuff too. Like, I remember maybe like a few episodes back, you were talking about the radiation could be like a gateway for like Fantastic Four.
Yeah, because I mean they mentioned cosmic microwave ray, whatever, cosmic rays.
Yeah. I'm thinking that maybe like the Fantastic Four could have been like a team that got sent out like in the 70s or something like that, and like they haven't aged because the radiation or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to wonder how it all comes together.
But yes, Nicole, thank you so much again for the $5 super chat. And yes, I completely fucking agree with you. Black women,
they've been saving the world. They made it.
Been saving the world, whether it's real life or the MC. I mean, shit. Think of the MC. Who created Sword? Monica's mother. who, like, the whole organization, the whole thing wouldn't exist without a black woman. Mm-hmm. And now you got this white man being trash and taking the lead. Like, snatch that shit away from his ass.
Yeah.
I've been saying on Instagram all the time, like, if black women ran the world, there would be no white supremacy, racism. Like, send that black women would have figured out a way to fucking send white people to Venus. They love going, and I said this before. I think I said this on my on the live. They love going to these hot ass climates where they can't be in the sun for like 10 minutes and they fucking peeling, but they want to go to Jamaica, Africa, South Africa, all these places and fucking burning in the sun, and then try to claim it as their own, and then say, "Oh, black people don't belong here." It's like especially in South Africa, like, y'all came to our fucking continent, and you are trying to tell us we don't belong here. Like, like, bitch, you fucking peeling right now. Shut the fuck up. But anyway, let me not go on that rate. Let me not go on a rant about racism, because then I'm gonna start getting hot. But other than that, I don't really have nothing else to say about Wanda. I think we touched on everything. Wanda is what you call an unreliable narrator. I mean, she could be, because we don't know. And what if Pietro was pulled in from another universe and is in witness protection? Agnes used his body. Dottie is part of the big.
We haven't seen Dottie in so long.
I mean, we saw her in this episode. It was like a quick when Wanda and Monica were arguing. You saw Dottie like watering flowers, watering the plants, and at this point, like, they're not hiding their magic at all. Like, Wanda is like, she's using it in front of everybody. Yeah, I'm like, so do they know? Like, I feel like at this point, everybody
knows.
They know what's going on.
Yeah, everybody's in on it. Truman Show.
Yeah, I think so. But Wanda has a funny way of censoring opposing voices and selectively choosing selectively choosing here those around her. Westview and Wanda is problematic. Blue check. I agree. And then also thank you so much, Terrence, because that brought up a thought with the conversation that Wanda and Monica were having. And again, Wanda was going full cosmic Karen because she's like, "You don't belong here. You need to go." And I'm not believing none of your lies. And Monica snapped back real quick, and she was like, "Bitch," Shay say that. Yeah, she was like, "The only lies I've told were the lies you put in my mouth. Exactly. The lies you made me tell." I was like, "Yes, fucking tell her." Like, put Karen on blast. And Monica's like, "You don't talk." Oh, not Monica. Wanda was like, "You don't talk to me." She ain't say that, but she was like, what'd she say? You can't speak. She summoned her powers even more. She's like, you can't speak to me like that. I was like,
because she owns this whole fucking area, like
she went full white woman in that. You can't speak to me like that. I'm gonna call the cops.
Exactly. That's what I said. That's the whole moment felt like to me.
I want them to fight, please. Yeah. Fuck her up.
She needed though.
Wanda gotta go to jail. Wanda gotta go to jail. She definitely need, like, I want it, especially, because she's starting to get to the point, even going back to episode 5, where she's starting to feel herself, like, where she was like,
I don't want to hide anymore, right?
I don't want to hide no more. And then when Vision was like, "Oh, you can't manipulate me like you do other people," she was like, "Can't I?" And then she rolled the fucking credits after I'm not arguing.
That shit was hilarious. That might have been the funniest part of it.
I love like, anytime I get into an argument, I'm just be like, roll the credits. Yeah, roll the credits. I'm done with you. Like, I'm not. But yeah, like, Wanda she needs some comeuppance real quick.
She need to ask him. Ain't nobody ever tell her no. That's her problem. Ain't nobody ever tell her no.
Nobody. I mean, but that's white people, right?
That's what I mean. That's her problem. Yeah.
And I used to be told no. Just kind of like they say Bruce Wayne's superpower is white privilege.
Yeah.
That's Wanda's superpower.
Yeah.
It's not that she's a Nexus being. It's white privilege. There you go, Chris. That white feminist though.
Yeah.
Well, let me start, because I still love Wanda. I got a Wanda toy right now.
I can't.
But she need to get her shit together.
Do you think, like, now that they introduce magic, that could help bring in, like, characters like Doctor Doom and, like, more magical characters in general into the Marvel universe?
We definitely know Doctor Doom is coming, because they already announced Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got Wiccan, we got Monica, we got Doctor Strange, and there's rumors that the villain from Doctor Strange 2 is going to be Nightmare. Even though I'm like, how does that fit in the multiverse of madness? I don't like Nightmare. I don't know. I don't know how that works. And then of course you got Baron Mordo and other characters, and then you got, even though it's not necessarily magic, but you have Blade and vampires coming, so that's magical-ish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't see why they can't really have more magical characters, especially like more god magical characters like Cthulhu, Sidorak.
Yeah. Technically Thor is magic too. So
yeah, Thor is magic too. He even talked about like it's a combination of magic and science.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom, which I hope they make Doctor Doom magical. Yeah. And not just say, oh, he's the only science.
Yeah.
And then who else is magical that I'm thinking of? And because I in some ways I feel like Marvel magic is it as developed as DC magic.
No, Marvel magical, we really got Doctor Strange one.
Yes, it's mostly just Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. But let me address again, Nicole. Thank you again for the $5 super chat. I was excited for Captain Marvel 2 with Nia DaCosta directing. Yes. But with the way they have set up Monica, my hype is through the roof. Yeah, I completely agree. Like I said this a couple episodes ago. Like I wasn't that big of a fan of the first Captain Marvel, and also with even with the way it was directed, I was like, I didn't feel the director's stamp. And then also like, I wasn't that big of a fan of Brie Larson's performance as Carol Danvers. Like, wow. For me, she came across.
I kind of do think that Samuel L. Jackson carried that movie though.
Yeah, he definitely did. But I feel like for me, Brie Larson, that's not her acting in general, because she's an Oscar-winning actress. But like for me, she came across as dry. Yeah, as Carol Danvers. But, and that's not to say I hated the movie. I didn't hate the movie. I just didn't love it. I thought it was just okay. Like if I would have rated, I would give it a C. But I am hella excited about Captain Marvel 2 because Nia DaCosta, Black woman directed, and not even just a Black woman directing it, but the fact that Marvel snatched her up before her first movie even came out, which is Candyman. Yeah. So the fact that Candyman isn't even out yet and Marvel snatched her, that tells me a lot about Candyman and how great it is. So that has me hyped about Candyman. And then also you have the writer of episode 3 is the writer of Captain Marvel, and I really enjoyed episode 3. I can't think of her name, but she's writing Captain Marvel. And then you have what they're doing with Tiana Paris and Monica. And she's going to be in Captain Marvel. Like my hype for Captain Marvel 2 is like, it's through the fucking roof. Yeah. So yes,
I could be back in the movie theater by then, but who knows?
Oh no, I would like to see that in IMAX.
Yeah, definitely.
Black Widow, put it on Disney Plus.
yeah. I'll pay $10 to see it, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not paying $30 to see it.
Not paying $30.
Like what they tried to do with Mulan.
I bought that too. Mulan was garbage. They messed it all up. I understand they didn't want to have the dragon and stuff, but yeah, it was too much of a departure.
But hold on, let me address this real quick, and then I'll address it. But yeah, everyone hate on Brie. I like her. She's dry Tony. See, I don't think she's as good an act, like at least her portrayal in the role of Carol Danvers. Because again, I'm not saying she's not a good actor, but not every actor can play everything. But from what I've seen, and also, I mean, it could be the director. Like we get her in Captain Marvel 2 with Nia DaCosta, I might fucking love her. But based on how she was directed in the first Captain Marvel, I don't know. Like, yeah, she was dry, but it came across as like
everything was whatever, right?
Yeah, like I didn't sense charisma from Carol Danvers. Like when Tony Stark is dry, but you still get charisma from Robert Downey Jr. I didn't really feel that from Carol Danvers. Again, it's not necessarily about Brie, because I've seen her in like United States of Terror and things like that, and I enjoyed her in that. But as Carol Danvers, I don't know. It's just like it's not hitting me. But hopefully.
But how'd you feel about her in Endgame?
Even the same, like when she showed up at Endgame and she's like, "Hey, Peter Parker," I was like, "It just
that's one of my favorite scenes ever in anything." So,
like for me, yeah, I'm just like
you got something for me, Peter Parker. That was like sexual as hell.
But even the way she said it, I was like, I'm not like the choices. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something. It's not gelling with me. But anyway, let me address this super chat. Super chats are live today. Thank you so much, guys. Lewis Brooks, $5 super chat. I love it. Oh, Louise. Thank you for the correction. I love your channel and you crack me up. Oh shit, my headphones got stuck in the chair. There we go. I love your channel. You crack me up. They stay strong. Wakanda forever. Staying strong. I wish they recast Captain Marvel. Nah, I don't want them to recast.
Yeah.
I'm still rooting for Brie. I just don't. So far, I just don't like what I saw. But Carol Danvers' character was blah. I'm ready for Captain Marvel too. So yeah, there's another.
But the way Tiana Paris is handling Monica, she's definitely going to get her own stuff soon. So
I need her to have her own Disney Plus show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can see Next Wave happening. You keep saying no Next Wave, but I like Next Wave a lot. It's my favorite thing. So,
well, no, I said no Next Wave only understand because I'm like. Granted, they may.
They might not use the same characters as long as you have Monica. As long as you have Monica, it's next week.
But no, I think I'm like we got Monica. Granted, the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman, but I'm like, we pretty much got all the characters for the Ultimates.
Yeah.
Only one we're missing is not Miss Marvel, America Chavez, but they already announced that she's coming.
She's too young to be in that though.
But they might age her up. Like she might be introduced. Like kind of like with Cassie Lang when she was a kid in the first Ant-Man movie, but then afterwards they aged her up.
Yeah.
But no, again, Nicole, like you and I are on the same wavelength, apparently. Like I agree with this.
Yeah,
like
Samuel L. Jackson character.
Breeze Kemp, whenever she was with Samuel L. Jackson, I liked her more. But her by herself, I wasn't.
But who else was in the movie you had to bounce off of? What's the guy's name? The bad guy?
Yeah, Jude Law.
Yeah.
And even the scenes when she was with Maria Rambeau, I was like, Maria Rambeau, like she's acting circles around you right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so I think it could, but yeah, I think it could be the directing of her character, like maybe the director's choice. Because Captain Marvel directors had no idea what they were doing, and it showed. So it could be that. It could be that because, like I said, I've seen Brie Larson in other things, like or even the movie that made me cry. Fuck, what was the name of that movie that came out last year? It's one of my favorite movies of last. Just Mercy with Michael B. Jordan. Brie Larson was in that movie, and I really liked her in that movie. So it's definitely not her as an actor. Because it's gender neutral now. You don't say actress anymore.
Okay. But I mean, I like director now, so we'll see.
So I'm hoping, I got my fingers crossed. Jude Law was wasted. I agree with that. Exactly. I agree with that too. The script for the first Captain Marvel was a mess. I agree. Samuel L. Jackson and Lashana Lynch carried that movie. Again, black people saving. And I also like Talos. Also like Talos too. Talos, I think, made the movie pretty good.
Yeah, the scroll, yeah.
But speaking of
it wasn't a bad movie.
But speaking of scrolls and speaking of hype, I know one thing. Captain, you already know what I'm about to say. Captain Marvel 2 better fucking give me Hulkling. Otherwise, I don't care how good that movie is. I'm throwing my fucking, if we're in theaters, I'm throwing my shoe at the screen. I'm setting that motherfucking screen on fire. I'm going right to Kevin Feige's house with a fucking, I don't know, I'm gonna throw the fucking water bottle at his window because I'm like, where the fuck is Hulkling? We got Wiccan, we got Speed. Give me Hulkling because I want the Young Avengers. There's rumors that Eli Bradley is going to be in Falcon and Winter Soldier. We already got Kate Bishop. We got
Cassie Lang.
Yeah, we got Cassie Lang. We got Miss Marvel coming and Doctor Strange.
Riri Williams.
We got Riri Williams. Great. I feel like they're going to merge the champions and the Young Avengers.
Maybe we get Iron Lad.
Yeah, we got maybe because we already got Kang the Conqueror, so maybe they'll do Iron Lad. But give me fucking Hulkling. Make Wiccan and Hulkling gay as fuck. And of course, obviously, age them up. You know, like 7, 8, and make them adults like they are in the like. Don't have them kids. But yeah, give me Doric 8, and then eventually make him the fucking emperor of the Kree Skrull Empire like he is now, so we can have fucking a royal gay couple in Marvel Comics, so we can have the first Disney princes or whatever. Because Wiccan is technically a prince. Disney prince. Yeah, he's technically a Disney prince because he's married to the emperor of the Kree Skrull Empire. So yes, make it Wiccan and Hulkling and make it gay as fuck, and then don't straight watch Speed, who's also bisexual. Most people don't realize that. Most of the young Avengers was LGBTQ actually.
I'm sorry. If a gay king marries another guy, he's a prince, not another king. It's not two kings.
I don't know how royalty works because I think because
you said that makes him the prince. Doesn't that make him the emperor too, or
like the regent? Prince Regent. I don't fucking know how. I don't know how royalty works. Cause. No, you're right. Cause technically he's not royal. Like he's not royalty himself.
Yeah,
so
so he definitely can't be the king, but he's not a prince. He's definitely above a prince.
Yeah, no. So I guess he's emperor. He's or no. Somebody said prince consort.
I don't know.
I don't fucking. All I know is regardless of what he is, like I said, I just want some gay as fuck. They're in the Wakanda series, Anika and Ayo, so we get some black lesbian magic, make it gay as fuck. Introduce Prodigy, so we actually get a black gay character because we don't have no black gay superheroes in Marvel Comics, period. Black Gay Comic Geek, I want to see some black gay heroes. Fucking give it to me. Again, I'm going to Kevin Feige, this bottle of water. I'm throwing this shit in his window. That's the end of my rant.
Did you ever tweet Hickman about the Cyclops Wolverine thing?
Hickman's not on Twitter.
Oh, he's not. Yeah,
he was, but he deleted his Twitter. But I need to see that too. I need to see Cyclops and Wolverine. I need to see Cyclops and Wolverine butt fucking. Like they keep hinting at it. They keep saying that they haven't said they hit like, what is Cyclops? He's like, oh yeah, Cyclops is going to be in a Speedo, and Wolverine is like, I can't miss that. So I'm like, like show me Wolverine and Cyclops making out and butt fucking. Or I mean, obviously it's comics. You don't have to shut up, but show a scene where they wake up and you see the lube on the table.
Oh God.
But Geo 1987, isn't Miles Morales bisexual too? He is not bisexual, at least not right now. There was a rumor a long time ago that it was like, oh, there's a black Spider-Man and he's going to be bisexual too. I was like, no, but no, he's not.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just want this next phase of Marvel to be gay as hell because right now it's not. It's not even one. Not even one.
Except for the guy they teased from the Eternals or whatever.
Or not even that. I was gonna say the guy, the one of the Russo brothers in the Avengers Endgame, when it was like, oh, we're gonna have some gay representation in the movies, and it's like, oh yeah, my husband got snapped away in the snap or whatever.
Oh yeah. That was
like, that's it.
You just said that gay people exist. That's all you did.
Yeah,
that's all that exist.
That's it. But yeah, and even the Eternals thing, like I feel like Marvel's I feel like they're gonna fuck it up, especially with Eternals going to China and China being anti-gay. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of.
Isn't Ava DuVernay doing Eternals?
No,
she's doing New Gods. Yeah, almost the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much, basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Jack Kirby left DC. He came back to Marvel and did New God. I mean,
so who's directing Eternals?
I can't remember. I think it's a woman.
It's a woman?
I can't remember. But yeah, I can't remember who's directing it. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this episode of WandaVision. So yeah, just my last thoughts is Phase 4, Phase 5. I need every superhero. As soon as the thing comes, I need the Diana Ross song to come out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. That's what I need. There we go. Chloe Zhao is directing the Eternals.
You can look her up. Chloe Zhao.
What is that? But yeah, Miles has a Moonlight poster on his wall.
Yeah,
he's as gay as Peter Parker and Johnny Storm too, but too many writers are cowards. Or he could just be a fan of the Moonlight movie.
Yeah.
I saw that, but I think Johnny Storm is definitely. They've confirmed that he's definitely pansexual, but just like with comics, they fucking with the writers being cowards. Or I don't even think it was the writers. I think it could be Marvel editors because Chris Claremont said he wanted Gambit to be bisexual, but Marvel editors were like, nah, you're not doing that.
I could definitely see a bisexual Gambit. Definitely.
It was the same thing with Kitty Pryde. When he wanted Kitty Pryde to be bi, they was like, nah, you're not doing that. He wanted Mystique to be Rogue's father instead of mother. They were like, nah, you're not that.
And so some of those characters he created, and you won't let him do what he wants. Like, no, this is my character. Like, I don't.
So I mean, it could be a little bit of that because, like, going to what I said about Johnny Storm, there was a whole issue of like, or issues where it was called Dakin Dark Wolverine, and the writer Marjorie Liu, she subtly dropped in hints that Dakin and Johnny Storm were sleeping together. They were romantic with each other, and somebody asked her, and on Twitter was like, "Were Johnny Storm and Dakin?" Were they romantically involved? And she said, again, it's like kind of like the Dumbledore J.K. Rowling thing. She was like, well, with all the work that I put into it, I would hope so. Mm-hmm. Basically saying that's what she intended, but maybe she was probably stopped.
Yeah,
but that's
by editorial staff.
She wanted, but they're probably never going to reference it in any other book. Kind of like with Star-Lord, where they're like, oh yeah, Star-Lord is totally bisexual. But when you read the actual book where it's revealed, you see him holding another guy, but it's like anybody can take that. It's like, oh, that's not gay but whatever. I hate that. I hate that shit. Like, no, show me a scene where Star-Lord is like with another guy. That's what I need. Like full on, like all like tongue all up in his mouth and all that. Like, yeah, because I want all these fucking homophobes and people. I want them to be mad.
How did you feel about what the DC movie, the DC animated movie with Constantine, and he was like full on bi, and he had a thing with Sharkman.
I thought that was weird. I thought it was weird, but I loved it. Like, but I was like, how do you have sex with a shark? I
mean, only the top half was shark.
I mean, but maybe. But I was like, that was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, when King Shark looked at him and started smiling, and he's like, "Oh, my ex," and then people thought it was Harley Quinn. He's like, "No." I was like, "Okay, I'm here for it." But Storm is bi. I mean, they hinted at Storm having a relationship with Yukio in the 80s, but they never like actually confirmed it. So yeah, who knows? Yeah. But yes, wasn't it confirmed that the Eternals will have an outgate? Yeah, we were just talking about that. The Eternals, the Phaetos character. But yeah, I'm nervous of what they're going to do with it, how they're going to handle it. If it's going to be a moment where they're just like at the end of the movie, his husband comes on screen, they like hold hand or they hug, and it's like, see, gay representation. It's like, nah. And it's not to say, because to go back to, the me joking and say, oh, I want to see full butt sex. Like, obviously I'm joking. I can go watch porn and get that. But I just want to see like the same level of care to gay characters that you put to like straight characters, the level of like the courtship and romance and relationship that you saw with like Tony and Pepper, and how you saw that build throughout the movies. Granted, it was just one movie, but the level of care that you show with Captain America and Peggy Carter. Yeah. Don't give me what they did with Captain America and Sharon, because that shit was trash. But like, even you see the back and forth between Spider-Man and MJ. Yeah. Like, that's just basically ultimately what I want to see. Yeah.
I think Disney knows where they get the most of their dollars from nowadays, so I think they'll be more partial to lean in that way, hopefully.
I hope so, but I feel like they might
the memes about Gina Carano, like all the people mad about it. Oh, I'm gonna cancel my Disney Plus subscription. Like we don't need you. Like Disney's like, we don't need you.
I was like, clearly they're not, because they 95 million subscribers in one month.
Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully
the world cancel Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Hopefully the world is getting more progressive. Hopefully.
But real quick before I end it with Gina Carano, do you think they should recast or just like
kill? I hope they recast because that would like eliminate her completely. I think what they're gonna do is not ever show her character again, never mention it again. But I hope
I'm gonna say, they kill the character off screen.
Yeah, I hope they recast.
Yeah, I hope they recast too. Because I mean,
with Gina Torres, with Gina Torres, with a black one.
Yes, even though they can't do Gina Torres because Gina Torres is on she's on that 911 show. Yeah, or maybe she can't, because I mean, fucking Pedro Pascal he got cast as in The Last of Us, so he's doing the Mandalorian, and that might be different though, because he's barely in the suit. He's just using his voice.
Yeah, he probably don't show up half the time.
Yeah, probably not.
Send him the tape.
But yeah, before we end, let me answer this real quick. Quick question. So, quick question: if you could have any Marvel character gay, who would it be, just for fun? Any Marvel character, I would say DC. I could do it quick. DC is with Tim Drake and Superboy. That's my like number one ship. Tim Con. Marvel, Johnny. Yeah, I would say I want to confirm like Johnny Storm. And then I want some Iceman and Johnny Storm action, Song of Fire and Ice. So, yeah, that's who actually no, I would do just because he's bald, he's black, he's like me, he's one of my favorite characters. Sync.
Okay.
Give me a gay, or bisexual Sync. I'll say bisexual because it's the whole thing with Monet. But yeah, give me Sync. And give him a more prominent role. So that would be my answer. And Gambit.
Gambit.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't got nothing else to say. Even though you don't have no dog in this fight, who's your gay wish?
Probably Wolverine. I definitely can see Wolverine as gay. It just makes sense to me, or bi at least. Definitely.
I was gonna say gay or bi.
Bi. I'm sorry, bi. Yeah, Wolverine.
I mean, considering how long he's been alive,
exactly. It just makes sense. Like it doesn't like when I see that or think about it, it doesn't even. I'm not even like taking it back. It's just like okay.
Black Panther. Nah, I don't really see it. I don't.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't see that. But yeah, Wolverine. Yeah, the Black Panther. But because I'm trying to think of somebody else in Wakanda. But yeah, Storm definitely. I feel like she should totally be. But like her and Yukio, that should be like canon. Maybe not currently, because I do kind of like her Wolverine. Although a lot of people say it's blasphemy.
I like it too because everybody loves the ship of Storm and Black Panther, but only because they're like the two most prominent black characters. I always thought that.
Which I agree with to a certain extent, because I'm like, yes, like in terms of black representation in comics, especially romance, there's hardly none. But in terms of like the story and what actually like what they built, I like Storm and Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly.
They challenge each other. They are good for like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, and then also like even Loki. Loki's another bisexual character that they just like.
Oh yeah, I was in a group chat with my comic book friends. We were talking about because Dr. Doom was getting married soon, and like they're teasing the cover and stuff like that. The 60th anniversary of Fantastic Four, and one of my friends said it'd be great if he was marrying Loki. It would make so much sense. It would make so much. He'd be so much more powerful after that.
But I'm like, does Dr. Doom and Loki really have that like a relationship like that?
I don't know. But Loki was a woman, or I don't know, a woman.
Well, no, I know Loki was a woman for a long time, but I'm talking about just their relationship. Like, do they really interact like that?
Dr. Doom, everything is powerful for him, so and like they're both powerful sorcerers,
But yeah, I found you just in time. Yeah, Loki is pan and gender queer. But they don't even talk about that. But I heard a rumor that they may go into it in the show, but I don't know.
They probably just show him cross-dressed or something like that.
But yeah, I agree. Yeah. Sunspot and what's his face? Why can't I think of his name?
This is his best friend. He's married though with kids.
So what that mean? They could have fooled around before they got married.
Okay.
Because there was even a thing in a recent X-Men book where they were saying like, oh yeah, our relationship goes beyond what most people would consider heteronormative boundaries of relationships or something like that. There we go. Cannonball. I was like, why the fuck am I drawing a blank? But yeah, they said something like that. I was like, oh, so that means they were fucking when they were younger. They're just not doing it right now. I'm like, and that's the thing I love. Like Krakoa, everybody's having sex on Krakoa in the comics, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it because honestly, for me, it's just gonna making the neckbeards upset.
Definitely.
That's what I'm here for. Like, none of these heroes are ours. Like, if Marvel could do whatever the fuck they want with these heroes. So, Yeah, Cannonball and Sunspot getting freaky in the sheets before they got married. I'm here for it. Obviously not now because they're married. You know, no cheating, but you know. But yeah, Dr. Doom literally was trying to marry everyone, huh?
Fact. It better not be Wanda again. How many times did he try to marry Wanda?
No, I don't think it. They didn't say who it was.
They didn't. They just show the silhouette. So it definitely could be Loki. It could be anybody. Who knows?
But I'm assuming since they're making a big deal about it, it has to be somebody we know.
Yeah.
But it could be Loki. Loki becomes, woman Loki again, and then you got one of the most powerful Asgardian sorcerer gods with one of the most dangerous villains in the MCU. I mean, not MCU, but Marvel Comic Universe.
Yeah. So
that'd be a full power play. I mean, whatever. I'm here for it. But that'll be the end of this live. I don't really got nothing else to say. Thank you guys so much for joining me. 31 people still here in the chat.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching on the replay and if you got this far in the chat, if you haven't please hit the like button. Please make sure to share this video with other people. Tell your friends, families, and neighbors all about this channel so it can keep growing. I saw I just hit recently 3,100. I only just hit 3,000 and now I'm already at 3,100. So thank you guys so much. Also this weekend on Sunday at 4:00 Eastern Standard Time, I will be on a panel called Virtuous Con. And I will be joined by Dax exclamation point, who was on season 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and other people. And we'll be talking about LGBTQ characters in superhero comics or the lack thereof. And that's at 4:00. It's an hour from 4 to 5. Go to the website virtuouscon.com to register for your free. It's all free, guys. So register for your free tickets, and you can watch it from the comfort of your own home. Thanks. And so hope to see you on Sunday. But Ron, do you have anything that you want to?
No, I got like 4 jobs. I ain't got time to. Nah, you can just follow me on udereadcomics.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Well, there you go. And he'll be joining me next week for episode 8 of WandaVision, which I'm like, it better be an hour.
Maybe. It could happen. It could happen.
I guess we'll find out. And then what else is the Snyder Cut is coming out in a couple weeks.
And then a couple more weeks after that, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and Falcon and Winter Soldier is coming out in a couple weeks after that. And Invincible is coming out after that.
Oh boy. That's what I'm hyped for.
I'm hyped for that. They just released a new trailer. I still need to.
Have you gotten through the first 12 issues yet?
Have I gotten through the first issue? That's what you need to ask. But I will. I got it for a reason. I'm
telling you, it's something that you read and you'll get hooked, but you got to start it at least.
I got till it doesn't start till March. The show doesn't start till March 28th. I got a whole month to read through it. But I'll get to it. I keep telling you it take me a while to read stuff. Like I started Kindred at the beginning of last month. Ask me how many chapters I read.
But what you doing, Mike?
I read one
job.
I read one chapter.
It's Friday. Don't you ain't got no job.
I be getting distracted. I'll pick up my phone. Then I'm on Instagram. Then I'm on Twitter. Then I'm on Facebook. Then I'm on TikTok. Then I'll go watch something on TV. And then I'm like, fuck, I ain't read today. I'll read tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes and I'm like, fuck, I ain't reading nothing. I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, I need to put aside a day. I'm like, no, today I'm doing nothing but reading.
Definitely. Especially if you got a physical book. It's easy for me with a physical book. When I'm on my phone or a tablet reading stuff, I'll get distracted. I'll get like a notification or something like that. But if I get a physical book in front of me, I can just read the whole thing straight, no matter how big it is.
Even with a physical book, then somebody will text me or I get a notification like somebody says something on Twitter.
Yeah, put your phone down. You old millennial.
Well, anyway, thank you guys for joining me. And yes, one last thing I'll say, I need to talk about ship Falcon, for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I need the ship for Bucky and Sam. I need hashtag Fucky. Make that trend on Twitter because that trailer was totally homoerotic. But that's the
end. So they had their legs in between each other.
They had their legs in between each other, staring at each other, looking at each other deep in the eyes. So yeah, guys, let's get it trending. I'll put it in the chat right now. #fucky, and that'll be the end of this YouTube live. Thank you guys.